And the ESPN Wisconsin app. Every rally.
Big point goes to Wisconsin.
That was a great rally.
Every block.
Baltimore gets absolutely roofed by Jayla Auguste.
Every kill.
And the center dump by Furbringer back to Audrey Flanagan, who torches it to the back row.
This is Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball on the ESPN Wisconsin app and the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. Presented by Steinhoffels. Live from Pittsburgh for the opening Spike Classic. It's the 6th-ranked Badgers versus the 5th-ranked Stanford Cardinal.
The gauntlet continues in the non-conference schedule for the 6th-ranked Wisconsin Badgers, splitting a pair of sweeps on college volleyball's opening weekend in front of the national stage at Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee last week. Wisconsin swept by 3rd-ranked Kentucky, then returning the favor and sweeping 7th-ranked Louisville. The 6th-ranked Badgers helped the 5th-ranked Stanford Cardinal open up their 2026 season. Almost everybody in the country in action today, including the Badgers and the Cardinal in Pittsburgh, coming up a little bit after 8 o'clock Central Time here at the top of the hour on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. Good evening, everybody. My name is Jesse Nelson in the Everlight Solar Studio at ESPN Madison, and this is the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. I can hear Mark Tauscher saying it now. How come Wisconsin always plays second when there's these back-to-back matches? He was upset about it when they hosted the NCAA Tournament last year at the Fieldhouse. He was upset about it when they played in the Sweet 16 against the Stanford Cardinal in Austin, Texas last December. And it is the case again here tonight. Wisconsin and Stanford waiting in the wings following the conclusion of the first match tonight of the opening Spike Classic going on in the great city of Pittsburgh. That is between 15th-ranked Kansas and 4th-ranked Pittsburgh, the home squad, who Wisconsin will also face, by the way, on Sunday, 11 a.m. Central Time, first serve here on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. So we're waiting to find out the official start time. We will be delayed slightly. This thing will not get underway right away at 8 o'clock Central Time as originally scheduled. Kansas and Pittsburgh right now playing in the 4th set. 4th-ranked Pittsburgh up 2-1 on Kansas, but the Jayhawks really giving the Panthers everything they can handle. The game is televised right now on ESPN2 and the ESPN app. So again, we will wait to find out officially when Wisconsin and Stanford will get underway. If Pittsburgh puts it away in 4 sets, won't be too delayed, maybe 10 or 15 minutes or so. That's typically what we look at if the match ends in 4 sets before Wisconsin plays in the second of a doubleheader. If Kansas wins the 4th set and they go 5, we could be looking at another 45 minutes or so before Wisconsin and Stanford get underway in Pittsburgh. Either way, we're really excited for the matchup tonight. The opening Spike Classic in Pittsburgh, another opportunity for the 6th-ranked Wisconsin Badgers to take center stage on the national stage to help open up the college volleyball season. These matches televised on ESPN2 tonight and on ESPN on Sunday morning, 11 a.m. Central Time, first serve. Wisconsin on Fox and FS1 last weekend to help open up the AVCA First Serve at Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee. And now another opportunity to play some of the top opponents in the country. A reminder, the Wisconsin Badgers will face every team ranked in the top 10 of the AVCA preseason poll on the 2026 schedule, including 4 opponents ranked in the top 10 before the end of August. 3rd-ranked Kentucky, 7th-ranked Louisville last weekend, and, of course, 5th-ranked Stanford and 4th-ranked Pittsburgh here this weekend at the opening Spike Classic. For more on tonight's matchup, we bring in the man who is calling it, the award-winning voice of Wisconsin Badgers volleyball, standing by in Pittsburgh. John, it feels like we do this way too often. Just standing by, waiting to see when Wisconsin's going to get started. John Audius, the voice of the Badgers, joins us here on the pre-match show. John, good evening. How's Pittsburgh treating you here on this Friday night?
Good evening, Jesse. It's lovely in Pittsburgh, PA, and you can tell Tausch that at least tomorrow they'll be right on time. So That's got to count for something.
He is he's abnormally frustrated about a lot of things on a regular basis on Wilde and Tausch weekdays from 9 to 2, but he is especially frustrated about how Wisconsin volleyball always seems to be the second of a doubleheader every time they're in a situation to be so. And that's again the case here tonight in the opening Spike Classic as we wait to find out when Wisconsin and Stanford will get onto the floor. So we'll talk about our match coming up in a minute. John, first, what's happening in front of you between Kansas and Pittsburgh? We're scouting Pittsburgh because Wisconsin's going to face them on Sunday morning. How do the Panthers look here, fresh off a Final Four appearance again last year?
Well, they look pretty good, although it got pretty dicey in the third set. Kansas was very close to taking a 2-1 lead over the fourth-ranked Pitt Panthers. But right now, Pitt's in control in the fourth set. They lead by 3. The Jayhawks here late have gotten that down to as little as 1 point. But Pittsburgh right now 3 points away from beating Kansas, the number 15 team in the country. And then the clock starts for Wisconsin and Stanford. I think it's going to be 30 minutes in between matches. So we'll see how the next few points go for Pitt.
So let's talk about our matchup tonight. 6th-ranked Wisconsin, 5th-ranked Stanford on a night and a day in which almost every NCAA Division I college volleyball team in the country is in action to open up their season. This is the best matchup of the night. The two highest-ranked opponents squaring off on the schedule here on this Friday night, and it's a rematch, John, of the regional semifinal, otherwise known as the Sweet 16 in Austin from last year. What do we know about this matchup tonight?
Well, we know that Wisconsin's only program win came last year in that regional semifinal you were talking about, 1-6 all-time against Stanford. And if you look at and you talk to the coaching staff, and I'm sure Kelly will say this, Stanford probably has a little bit of the edge before this one, simply because they've had a couple of matches to scout Wisconsin. They saw the Kentucky game, they saw the Louisville match. Meanwhile, this is Stanford's first match of the season, so Wisconsin's going off last year's film. So all during the film sessions through the last couple of days, Kelly has stressed, this is what we think they're going to do if they repeat, because they returned 8 players from last year's Sweet 16 team. If they repeat what they did last year, this is the type of team we'll see, but just keep in mind, we don't know what wrinkles they may have. So maybe a slight edge to the number 5 Stanford Cardinal simply because they have some tape to watch Wisconsin play in 2026. Wisconsin does not have that advantage.
It's a really interesting dichotomy because Wisconsin, as we've talked about on the first couple of matches here this season, 11 new players, 9 of which are freshmen. It's almost a completely new team outside of really Grace Egan and Charlie Furbringer because Grace Lopez was hurt all of last year. So it's really like a brand new team for the Badgers. Meanwhile, Stanford brings back just about everybody from a squad that made the Sweet 16 last year, had a good run, and gave Wisconsin a heck of a battle in that regional semifinal in Austin. So if you're Wisconsin, what did you learn from the opening weekend where you got swept by the 3rd-ranked team in the country, and then less than 24 hours and everyone's like, I don't know how this is going to go to start this season. They come back and they swat the Louisville Cardinals, sweeping the 7th-ranked team in the country.
I think what they learned is if you're strong on your serve and pass game, like the coaching staff always stresses, you're probably going to be in a good position. And they passed really well, and that's what the coaching staff says allowed Charlie Furbringer to be so successful offensively. Once you give Charlie a bunch of different options, she can play with the defense. She can go to her outside, she can go to her middles, or she can attack herself, which she was doing against Louisville. So I think serving pressure is going to be really key to get Stanford on its toes, and then you got to pass well to get Charlie in good positions. Now, she's a great enough setter that she's going to put her attackers in good positions, even if you're out of system. Pitt just won, by the way. But you really want to have that portion of your game as clean as it was against Louisville. And then you got to remember, like you said, with 11 newcomers, there's still going to be players here. This is only their 3rd college match. So it's great what we saw against Louisville, but can they do that a couple times in a row? It's a question that we still has to be answered.
Well, and we'll see if we can get closer to getting some of those answers starting tonight as 6th-ranked Wisconsin takes on number 5 Stanford. You just heard John say it. If you're watching on ESPN, you just saw it as well. 4th-ranked Pittsburgh has defeated 15th-ranked Kansas in 4 sets, including 25-20. Here in the 4th. So the Pitt Panthers are 3-0. John, before we talk more about Stanford, Pitt is the opponent that Wisconsin will face here coming up on Sunday. That is not an opponent in all these different showcases, especially these big matches at the start of seasons, even in NCAA tournaments in recent memory. Outside of the one meeting at the Fieldhouse a handful of years ago, Wisconsin and Pittsburgh have not crossed paths that much. For a team that's been to a bunch of Final Fours in a row, this is going to be a fun one, I think, on Sunday morning, and a great test early season for Wisconsin and Pitt.
Yeah, I mean, Pitt now, counting the win here tonight, has won 53 home matches. Now, this is not their home. That's the Fitzgerald Fieldhouse, which is no longer a volleyball facility. They're moving into a new facility this season. So this will count as a home match. 53-match winning streak now for Pittsburgh. And it's a team, Jesse, you talked about the success that they've had. They've made it to 5 straight Final Fours. Wisconsin, 5 of the last 7 seasons, has made it to the national semifinals. So these two teams have a lot of postseason NCAA tournament success. And it's going to be a very, very tough Pittsburgh team. This might be the biggest challenge. We talk about the gauntlet. You talk about the gauntlet all the time. This might be the biggest challenge of the season. Obviously, Kentucky was a big one, but, man, Pittsburgh's just as strong, if not as strong as Kentucky. And I'm really interested to see how Wisconsin goes on the road, because it'll be a pro-Pitt crowd. Tonight will be kind of a neutral type of crowd. But it'll be interesting to see how some of these newcomers respond to a very, very tough road environment. We'll see if more fans come out on Sunday afternoon than were here tonight. And, it should be a really, really fun test for the Badgers coming up tomorrow.
Talking with John Audius, the voice of Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball, here on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. I'm Jesse Nelson, counting you down to first serve between Wisconsin and Stanford at the opening Spike Classic in Pittsburgh, coming up about 30 minutes from right now. John, when we talk about Wisconsin and Stanford, and specifically Wisconsin and Stanford meeting in Pittsburgh, I think the first thing that fans will think of is the national championship match from a handful of years ago that did not go Wisconsin's way when they last met in the great city of Pittsburgh. They meet again here tonight. Obviously very different circumstances than what we saw in that December a couple of years ago, but what stands out to you from that run that Wisconsin had all the way to that championship match?
You're talking about 2019?
Correct,
yeah. Well, at that time, they faced a Stanford team that was just really unflappable. They actually, I think, served in that match. They really served Stanford tough. They outpassed Stanford, but they lost in 3 sets. And it was simply because of one player. It was Catherine Plummer. So they had a big, kind of like, think Mimi Collier. They had a player that they could go to anywhere on the court, and she was going to get a kill. And that's what happened in 2019. They just had no answer for Catherine Plummer. Everything else went okay for Wisconsin, except for, obviously, the result in Catherine Plummer in the 3-set loss in that game. So that's what I remember the most, is just everything that Plummer did against the Badgers. And to be fair, I mean, tomorrow with Pitt, kind of a similar type of situation. Babcock does everything for Pittsburgh. She averaged over 5 kills per set a season ago. I think she had 19 kills tonight and 5 hitting errors. But the last time Wisconsin and Stanford played, the last time was last year, but in the national championship, that's what I remember most, is how well Wisconsin played, but just how valuable a player is when you have someone that can just score anywhere on the court, no matter what the passers are doing.
No doubt about it. We saw it for Wisconsin last year with Mimi Collier, as you mentioned. All right, John, so last question for you before we get set officially here for Wisconsin and Stanford coming up. Who stood out to you the most from those first 2 matches at Fiserv Forum last weekend at the AVCA First Serve?
Probably Charlie, simply because of the second match she had. I would say second would be probably Audrey Flanagan, and then the libero, Ana Bardero, and what she did in the second match. And she had 9 passes. They grade passes on a scale of 1 to 3. And Bardero, so it's a low number, granted, but Bardero passed a 3.0. Charlie ran the offense. Charlie was everything for the Badgers in that second match, and she is the glue of this 2026 team. Charlie can lead them where they want to go. It's up to players like Flanagan to come through on the other side, and then the defense of Bardero, and even Kelly Sheffield. And the Kelly Sheffield show preceding this pregame show was just raving about Kristen Simon, who did not wear the libero jersey last Saturday against Louisville, and he was just raving about how well she really served. He called it, I think, one of her best serving matches. And so those are probably the top 3 players with Furbringer, just as a staple for the Wisconsin offense.
We'll hear more from Kristen Simon coming up as our pre-match show continues here on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. And, of course, we're counting down to first serve between 6th-ranked Wisconsin and number 5 Stanford. John Audius and Jess Williams making her regular season debut on the broadcast tonight. Looking forward to it. John, appreciate it.
Thanks, Jesse.
John Audius standing by in Pittsburgh as we get set for the 6th-ranked Badgers and the 5th-ranked Cardinal coming up about 8:10 Central Time. I'd say about 25 minutes from right now is about when we're going to get this thing underway. The second of a doubleheader tonight after Pittsburgh defeats Kansas, Wisconsin, and Stanford now on deck here at the opening Spike Classic in Pittsburgh on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. Wisconsin volleyball fans, want to tell you about something really fun coming up here on Sunday. Come join me to watch Sunday's match against number 4 Pittsburgh and support a great cause near and dear to the hearts of us here at ESPN Madison. Join me at Wisconsin Brewing Company in Verona this Sunday for the 8th annual Paul Palooza event supporting Paul's Party, a local nonprofit that helps provide adaptive sports equipment for kids. Paul Palooza is a day full of fun and games, live music, food and drinks on the beautiful outdoor patio, and now Wisconsin volleyball as well. I'll be on site at Wisconsin Brewing Company before, during, and after the match with complete analysis as 6th-ranked Wisconsin takes on number 4 Pittsburgh in one of the biggest matches of the non-conference season. Paul Palooza runs Sunday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Wisconsin Brewing Company in Verona. Learn more about what Paul's Party is all about and help support the cause as well online at paulsparty.org. Coming up next, we will hear from libero Kristen Simon. Had a chance to catch up with John earlier this week as Wisconsin gets set to take on Stanford here in the 3rd match of the 2026 season for the Wisconsin Badgers. That's coming up next as we count down to first serve between Wisconsin and Stanford here on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
It takes a team to meet just about any goal, and that's as true on the football field as it is in the office. So it's good to know that you have the Gordon Flesch Company on your side. For more than 60 years, GFC has provided cutting-edge office technology for companies of all sizes, and as the nation's largest Canon dealer, GFC delivers the latest office technology, serviced, and is supported by the most experienced professionals in the industry. That's business technology managed. Visit gflesh.com to learn more.
988 Wisconsin Lifeline. How can I help you?
Share hope, find purpose when you become a 988 Lifeline counselor. The 988 Wisconsin Lifeline provides free and confidential support to anyone in crisis. 988 has experienced tremendous growth, and more statewide counselors are needed. Staffed by Family Services, 988 counselors work remotely, are offered competitive compensation, benefits, and training. Apply today at 988lifelinecounselor.org. Family Services is an equal opportunity employer.
Paid for by grants from SAMHSA and the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
Wisconsin icon.
It's all about the Badgers.
The dawn of the Wisconsin Badgers.
We did it better than everybody for 20-some years.
Joined by 2 of his football legends.
I like all of them, except for quarterback.
I like defensive ends.
Hey,
I really like defensive ends.
Someone didn't like kickers at one point.
The Barry Alvarez Show with Barry Alvarez, Tarek Sala, Derek Engler, and Jesse Nelson. Presented by Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Every Monday night, right here on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Molly Brown here, and if you need room for everything life throws your way, meet the 2026 Kia Carnival at Metro Kia of Madison. Right now, well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% APR financing for up to 48 months on a new 26 Carnival using Kia Finance. That's just $21.65 per month for every $1,000 financed for 48 months with no down payment required. Offer ends August 31st and is subject to credit approval, vehicle availability, and dealer participation. See Metro Kia for complete details.
You're listening to Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball, presented by Steinhoffels, across ESPN Madison and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers.
Sixth-ranked Wisconsin and 5th-ranked Stanford at the opening Spike Classic in Pittsburgh coming up about 20 minutes from right now. First serve here on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. Pre-match show continues. I'm Jesse Nelson in the Everlight Solar Studio at ESPN Madison. All season long, we'll again be watching the Steinhoffels Ace Tracker on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. The Steinhoffels Ace Tracker, relax. It's Steinhoffels. 12 service aces so far for the Wisconsin Badgers through 2 matches here in 2026. Gracie Grace Egan, who led the team last year, leads the team to begin this season with 5 aces to her name. 1 for Isabel Hoppe, which I think was the best ace so far this season in her first serve ever in college volleyball as a true freshman. Isabel Hoppe with 1 ace this season, and then 2 apiece for Grace Lopez, freshman Audrey Flanagan, and libero Kristen Simon. Speaking of Kristen Simon, John Audius had a chance to catch up with the libero a little bit earlier this week as Wisconsin gets set to take on 5th-ranked Stanford here tonight.
What do you think the team learned after the first weekend of play?
I think that we saw the differences between Kentucky and Louisville, and when we apply pressure to a team versus just kind of giving them all their points. Like, I think in Kentucky we were a little sloppy and gave them a lot more credit for things that just gave them a lot of points away. And I think in versus Louisville, we made them earn their points, and I think that came from being aggressive on the service line, putting pressure on them, from mixing up our shots and hitting, and I think just learning to play smarter, I guess.
In your second season with Wisconsin, is there anything you're trying to improve on this season that's kind of like a point of emphasis?
I mean, I would really just say everything, I guess. I don't know, I think just working on increasing my range and increasing my skill level and just adding more things to my toolbox.
Talking with Kristen Simon. So how do you feel the dynamic with you and Ana Bardero is? I think you mentioned that you guys kind of make each other better. In what ways? How does that work?
Just, working with each other every day in practice, talking through what each other see. One person may see something different than the other, and so just taking both of our experiences and combining them together is just really making both of us better and really just pushing each other to raise our level.
All right, random questions. How old were you when you started playing volleyball?
I started playing club when I was 8. So
playing club at 8?
Yeah.
Why so early?
Well, my sister played club, and I really wanted to, so my parents just let me.
Were you competitive at 8, or do you feel like maybe it took some time before you really I want this?
No, yeah, I would say I was competitive. I ended up playing with girls that I played with in high school that were 2 years older than me, my first year at club, so it was super fun.
All right, so you're from Kentucky. What do you think of Wisconsin winters now that you've had one?
We get snow in Kentucky, and it was cold, but I would say it's definitely a lot colder, and it's definitely there is a significant more amount of snow. I mean, we still get snow, but I would say I just love how we embrace it up here, and people still find a lot of things to do. No, not a lot of people are still trapped indoors all the time. I feel like in Kentucky it's you're going sledding or that, and that's about it. The rest of the time you're just inside. But I feel here I just love how everyone gets out. So
what'd you do in the winter?
I did walk on the lake. It was a little scary, and then I went sledding with Charlie and Grace Lopez. So
sounds fun.
That was very interesting.
Yeah, why was that interesting?
Do you know Observatory Drive? Yeah. We went on that hill, and we went down it, but then we couldn't climb. It was so hard to climb back up. We kept trying to once we went down, we would be trying to run up the hill, and we would be slipping or falling. So there was more time I spent trying to get back up than down.
Thanks, Kristen.
Of course.
I've been there with sledding. I haven't done that in a long time, but that's the reason why. Going up that hill, it's tough. Kristen Simon joining John Audius a little bit earlier this week as Wisconsin gets set to take on Stanford, number 6 and number 5, squaring off tonight. Coming up about a little less than 20 minutes from now here on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. I'm Jesse Nelson in the Everlight Solar studio at ESPN Madison. Our pre-match trivia question tonight: arrange the 4 teams featured in the opening Spike Classic. That's Kansas, Pittsburgh, Stanford, and Wisconsin, based on the year in which the universities were founded. Based on the year in which the universities were founded. Kansas, Pittsburgh, Stanford, and Wisconsin, starting with the earliest, going to the latest. We'll give you that in 2 minutes, coming up on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
Are you buying back into Luke Fickell?
I have a renewed, humongous faith.
Over the last 9 months, there's been a hell of a lot of changes.
There's a different vibe of leadership.
He's speaking to me. He's roping me in.
Or is it too late for the Badgers head coach?
You've done this how many years in a row, and I'm not going to believe it until I see it.
I hope Luke Fickell turns it around. But let's be honest, Luke Fickell's probably going to have to win 8 games to keep his job.
Tune in all season long right here on the ESPN Wisconsin app and ESPN Madison on YouTube, the home for Wisconsin Badgers fans.
No two homes are exactly alike. So why would every window and door solution be the same? At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, premium quality doesn't come in just one price point. Whether you're replacing a few windows, remodeling a historic fixer-upper, or building from the ground up, Pella offers gorgeous, high-quality, and customizable solutions for every unique situation. You'll never have to settle for something that isn't right for your home, thanks to custom designers ready to help at every step. It doesn't matter which windows you choose, you'll receive the same Pella craftsmanship, attention to detail, and commitment to quality. And that always includes the same honest advice, straightforward pricing, Pella-certified installers, and one trusted team standing behind the work. Quality doesn't have to mean one size fits all. It means finding the right solution for your home. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Dad, what do you do at work?
I help people protect what matters most. Hi, this is Jeffrey Beckman, owner at J&K Security Solutions. That's the mission behind J&K Security Solutions. Whether it's advanced surveillance, fire alarms, access control, or video monitoring, J&K helps businesses and families throughout southern Wisconsin stay secure.
Sounds pretty important.
It is. Visit jksecurity.com to learn more.
J&K Security Solutions, protecting what matters most in your life.
You're listening to Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball, presented by Steinhoffels, across ESPN Madison and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brought to you by Love Madison.
Counting you down to First Serve here on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network between 6th-ranked Wisconsin and number 5 Stanford. First Serve coming up just after 8:10 Central Time here on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. And by the way, for fans listening in Madison, we are also Madison's home of the Milwaukee Brewers on 100.5 ESPN. Tonight, obviously, the Brewers not on as we feature Wisconsin and Stanford coming up here at the opening Spike Classic. You can listen to Brewers baseball on our sister station, 620 WTMJ in Milwaukee. I live on the east side of Madison. It comes in very cleanly around the great city of Madison. You can catch it on 620 WTMJ, the 620 WTMJ mobile app, and of course also on 620WTMJ.com. Brewers will be back on tomorrow night here on 100.5 ESPN as they take on the Texas Rangers. 6:10 first pitch tomorrow. They play in the 5th inning right now. Happy to share the Brewers have a 2-1 lead over the Texas Rangers, starting a quick homestand here this weekend before they take on the rival Cubs Monday night. First of 7 games over 10 days between the Brewers and Cubs that will likely determine who wins the National League Central Division this year. So before we go any further, let's answer our pre-match trivia question here on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. Arrange the 4 teams featured in the opening Spike Classic based on the year in which the universities were founded. Those 4 schools are Kansas, Pittsburgh, Stanford, and Wisconsin. The earliest university founded was the University of Pittsburgh back in 1787. Makes sense. Pennsylvania was one of the first states in the Union. The next longest tenured university, the University of Wisconsin-Madison, founded in 1848, just 2 months after Wisconsin officially became a member of the United States. Third, Kansas in 1865, which means lastly Stanford in 1885. So if you just follow simple geography, that question really wasn't that hard. You work your way east to west, and as states became states, so did the universities become universities. That is your answer to our pre-match trivia question tonight, featuring the 4 schools in the opening Spike Classic this weekend in Pittsburgh. Again, in order from earliest to newest, Pittsburgh, Wisconsin, Kansas, and Stanford. Your pre-match trivia question here tonight. Quick check of the scoreboard. First time we get to do this for the college volleyball season in 2026. There's a lot of teams in action, including a lot of top 25 matchups tonight. They play in the 4th set right now in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. 13th ranked Creighton, best team in the Big East last couple of years. They have a 2-1 lead over 9th ranked Purdue playing in their opener here this season. The Boilermakers on the ropes in the 4th set in Sioux Falls. Another Big Ten teams in action after that one tonight. 14th ranked Minnesota and 12th ranked Arizona State. Those matches are on Fox and FS1 this weekend. They'll also be in action against each other tomorrow in Sioux Falls as well. Mentioned 4th ranked Pittsburgh, 3-1 over 15th ranked Kansas here in the opening Spike Classic in Pittsburgh. Panthers are 3-0. That's Wisconsin's opponent on Sunday, 11 a.m. First Serve. and 7th-ranked Louisville, who the Badgers swept last weekend at Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee. 7th-ranked Louisville sweeps 16th-ranked Indiana, the Hoosiers playing in their first match of this season. On the Badgers scoreboard, men's soccer 1-0 winners on the road over Western Michigan last night. Women's soccer in action hosting UIC Sunday at 1 o'clock. Men's soccer back at home Monday night against in-state rival Marquette. And of course, we're all counting down to Sunday night, September 6th at Lambeau Field. That's next Sunday when Wisconsin football opens up the 2026 season against 4th-ranked Notre Dame. 6:30 Sunday night next weekend of Labor Day at Lambeau Field. That's a check of your scoreboard rundown. Good time to tell you that 620 WTMJ in Milwaukee is once again Milwaukee's home of the Wisconsin Badgers. Listen to Wisconsin Badgers football, basketball, and volleyball all season long on Wisconsin's radio station, 620 WTMJ. Many games may also air like tonight on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee with select broadcasts streaming exclusively on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. 10 for a legal ID here on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
Hi, this is former Badger Pro Football Hall of Famer Joe Thomas. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison.
A good karma sports radio station.
Counting you down to First Serve between 6th-ranked Wisconsin and number 5 Stanford. First Serve coming up a little more than 10 minutes from right now. When we come back, we'll hear from Badgers head coach Kelly Sheffield. That's straight ahead on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app.
This loss is as painful to Packer fans as you can ever imagine.
A customizable homepage, easier and quicker live listening. Your shows at the touch of a fingertip. Available in Apple and Android app stores.
I have no evidence behind that whatsoever. It's just a feeling I have, and that might just be because I'm scared of this rivalry in the playoffs.
Your one-stop shop for ESPN Wisconsin. The brand new ESPN Wisconsin app. Download it today.
Hey Madison IKEA fans, great news! IKEA is closer than ever now with 2 Madison pickup points at the University Bookstore on State Street and the Beltline. Order your favorite IKEA products online and pick them up as soon as the next day absolutely free for IKEA family members. That's right, no shipping fees or waiting for deliveries, just the IKEA style you love, ready when you are. Start shopping smarter today at IKEA.us or on the IKEA app and choose the University Bookstore, State Street, or Beltline pickup points. Don't forget to sign up for IKEA Family. It's free to join and gives you access to great deals, rewards, and free Madison pickup.
Hi, I'm John Hayes of Goodman's Jewelers. It's hard to imagine, but Goodman's has been the diamond store of Madison since 1933, which means your parents, maybe even your grandparents might have shopped with us. We maintain the same high standards, honesty, and integrity that kept them coming back time and again. Keep their history and our history alive. Shop Goodman's Jewelers today in the heart of Madison at 220 State Street. We're online at goodmansjewelers.com.
The best is at Goodman's.
We know the sound of a packed house, that feeling before the first serve, the roar after the first point. And we love what happens when Madison gets behind their teams. Hey, it's Mimi Collier, former Wisconsin Badger and newest addition to Love Madison, Wisconsin's professional volleyball team. Now is your chance to guarantee the best seats for every home game. Place a single $100 deposit to secure your 2027 membership and never miss a moment. Come be a part of Love Madison this season. Check out lovbmad.com to learn more.
You're listening to Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball, presented by Steinhoffels, across ESPN Madison and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brought to you by the Gordon Flesh Company.
A rematch of the Sweet 16 last season. 6th-ranked Wisconsin and 5th-ranked Stanford coming up here on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. Wisconsin 1-6 all-time against Stanford. That one win, the most recent meeting back in December of last year. Wisconsin, of course, not only won the regional semifinal, then won the regional final against Texas in Austin to advance to Kansas City to the Final Four. For more on tonight's match, we go back to Pittsburgh, where John Audius had a chance to catch up earlier today with Wisconsin Badgers head coach Kelly Sheffield.
You said after the Louisville match that there's going to be a lot to see on film through the first 2 matches of the season with your team. What stands out the most to you of what you saw on film?
Oh, my God. Number one, I thought we put on a serving clinic. I thought our serving and pass game was really, really on point there. Blocking, some of our blocking reads in our hand position needs to get a little cleaner, a little bit better. So we spent a lot of time working on that. Out of system attacking was another area that we spent time on this week, and coverage, covering our attackers, not just being able to cover, but just being, what is our technique, what is our positioning. So those would probably be the three things we spent the most time on this week.
Yeah, talk to me about that out of system attacking. What do you want to see this weekend?
Well, it's, there's a rhythm to attacking out of system that is different from in system. The rhythm of blocking out of system is different than in system, and it's more of a slow to fast approach when you are attacking out of system. Part of it is also your set location where you're locating, but you've got to slow to fast. You got to be able to get your feet there so that you can hit with range, so that you can hit different depths. You've got to make some really good decisions on your attacking out of system. So we spend a lot of time on that from a technical standpoint, and then also allowing our outside hitters to compete with each other out of system. Just putting little mini games out there and just let them go at each other, and and see who can score in those situations.
The connection between Charlie Furbringer and Audrey Flanagan through the first two matches. What do you think about that? What do you see there?
I see trust. That's. Trust is earned, and Audrey is last weekend played fearless. She took some really good swings. She had quite a few errors as well that she'll, but that wasn't a lack of aggression. It was just missing, or just learning to play against that type of block. But they've got a really good connection. They a lot is being made about those two playing together in high school. It's a great storyline. It doesn't really, play, I think, in a factor of her decisions or who she's setting or anything else like that. But, they work on it, and Audrey has earned the confidence.
Talking with Wisconsin head coach Kelly Sheffield, the Badgers face another top 10 opponent, top 5 opponent tonight in the Stanford Cardinal, a team that you took out in the Sweet 16, first program win ever against Stanford. And it's kind of a unique situation because you go into this weekend, they haven't played yet, so you really don't know, you don't have film to watch them. So how do you approach that?
That's weird. I mean, you're going off a little bit last year. They've got, fortunately, unfortunately, they've got almost the entire team back from last year that we played. They graduated one starter. Everybody else is back, so you've got a little bit of film on that. But it's early in the season. We've got a young team. We've given them a little bit of information, but you try to really keep the focus about your own selves at this point in the year. You can tell your team this is what we think is going to happen, and this is what we think their tendencies are. But, we don't know that for confidence because this is their first match, where they've got 2 matches on us. They've been able to deep dive into 2 matches. So although it's their first, they've got an experienced team that can handle information. They've got 6 sets of information on us. But, it should be a heck of a match. We're certainly looking forward to it.
All right, best of luck. Thanks.
Thanks, Sean.
John Audius and the Wisconsin Badgers head coach Kelly Sheffield. You can hear the Kelly Sheffield Show weekly with new episodes debuting on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel and on the ESPN Wisconsin app. The 6th-ranked Wisconsin looks to stifle Stanford in the Steel City. It's the 6th-ranked Badgers and the 5th-ranked Cardinal coming up next on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
As a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, Steinhoffels knows a good season starts with a great night's sleep. That's why Steinhoffels has all the best mattress brands and an exclusive Discover Your Sleep system that takes the guesswork out of finding the perfect fit for you. And with free delivery, plus Steinhoffels' 120-night sleep guarantee, you can rest easy knowing you made the right call. Sleep better all season long. Steinhoffels, born and bred in Wisconsin, just like the Badgers.
In volleyball, a great performance starts with being ready for anything. The same goes for your vehicle. At Conant Automotive in Stoughton, ASE certified technicians service all makes and models, from routine maintenance to brakes, diagnostics, engine repairs, and more. Plus, qualifying repairs are backed by a 36-month, 36,000-mile warranty. So, when your vehicle needs a little help getting back in the game, trust the team that's ready to serve. Conant Automotive in Stoughton. Visit ConantAuto.com.
Wisconsin sports without a filter.
Why not a prove-it year? What is there to lose in a prove-it year for Lucas Van Ness?
Kyle and Brust.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills right now. And this comes off of the heels, Kyle, of restructuring Aaron Banks, right? Like another guy that was hurt and didn't perform.
Kyle and Brust. Weekdays 2 to 4 on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
At Hooper Service, your comfort is important. From keeping you cozy warm to comfy cool with the ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System. Plus, join our Home Comfort Priority Plan and keep your air conditioner and furnace running at peak performance year after year. Enjoy priority service and extra savings that really add up. Hooper is here with 24-hour heating, cooling, plumbing, and fire protection service for your home and business. Turn to the experts, Carrier and Hooper.
You're listening to Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball, presented by Steinhoffels, across ESPN Madison and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brought to you by Conant Automotive.
And welcome back to the Petersen Event Center in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. John Audius joined by Jessica Williams. It's time for What to Watch as the Badgers play in the opening Spike Classic. Number 6 Wisconsin comes in with a 1-1 record. They lost their opener to Kentucky at Fiserv Forum last weekend and then beat number 7 Louisville to get to this 1-1 record. They're taking on number 5 Stanford here tonight. The Cardinal comes in with a 0-0 record. They haven't played a match this season, and that's one thing to watch is how does Stanford's ability to watch Wisconsin on film, 2 matches, compared to the Badgers who had no film to prepare for Stanford. In fact, the coaching staff had to watch last year's Stanford film to get ready for this match, and you might remember these two teams did meet last year in the NCAA Tournament in the Sweet 16, a match that the Badgers beat Stanford to advance to the regional final against Texas. Now, that was the first win ever against Stanford in program history. Wisconsin is 1-6 against the Cardinal all time, including a loss in the 2019 NCAA championship match when they lost to Stanford in 3 sets. So we'll see how that factors into play tonight. Stanford being able to watch some film, Wisconsin going in blind, although the coaching staff, and you heard from Kelly Sheffield, they kind of get an idea of what Stanford usually does. If they try to switch things up a little bit, they can obviously make some in-game adjustments. Now, the Badgers, I mentioned, 1-1. Charlie Furbringer was named the MVP of the win against Louisville at the opening serve. She had 33 assists, 8 digs, and a career-high 6 kills behind a career-high 12 offensive attempts. Meanwhile, freshman Audrey Flanagan led the Badgers' offense in that victory over Louisville. She had 13 against the Cardinals and 22 total kills this weekend. So we'll see how that connection continues to develop, talking about Furbringer and Flanagan. No Jayla August for the Badgers this evening, and so it'll be up to Natalie Wardlow and Lenny Tarno to run the middle for Wisconsin. I think that'll be something interesting to watch as well. Jayla August obviously provides something that the defense needs to keep an eye on offensively. We'll see if that impacts the Badgers at all this weekend. And then the serving. Serving's going to be big for Wisconsin. Serve and pass game is what the coaching staff always talks about as far as keys to a match. But this serving for this year's Badgers team is pretty interesting. 2 spin servers, jump top spin servers in Grace Lopez and Grace Egan. And when they're on, that usually means good things for Wisconsin. When they're off, we'll see what happens. But that'll be something else to watch, is how does Wisconsin's serving pressure put pressure on Stanford. So it's a rematch of last year's Sweet 16 battle between Wisconsin and Stanford. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the opening serve at the opening Spike Classic. Number 6 Wisconsin versus number 5 Stanford. That's coming up next on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
You hear him game day.
At the 10, the 5, touchdown, Wisconsin!
Now hear him every day.
You want to make the other team hurt. That was his line. They're trying to get back to that.
Voice of the Badgers, Matt LePay, is on ESPN Madison.
This is a big year for these guys where they can prove that we're still Wisconsin. I will forever believe that Luke Fickell's a really good football coach.
Hear Matt LePay every week on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube. Madison's home for Badgers fans.
Dealing with storm damage? That's never fun. That's why homeowners are turning to Everlight Solar for roofing and exterior repairs done right. They handle the entire process, from insurance claims to fixing your roof with one trusted team. Less stress, faster solutions, and a home that stays protected from the elements. If your roof took a hit, Everlight's got you covered. Visit everlightroofing.com to get started today. That's everlightroofing.com. Everlight, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
Remember when your favorite Pizza Hut classics came with prices like these? Good news, they're back. Introducing the Throwback Value Menu, featuring the new medium one-topping stuffed crust pizza for just $10, and other favorites starting at only $3. Plus, try the new Triple Cheese Mac, or satisfy your sweet tooth with new s'more sticks. Check out the full Throwback Value Menu at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. That's pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
My dad says locks and cameras help protect buildings, but security is really about protecting people.
Hi, this is Jeffrey Beckman, owner at J&K Security Solutions. Protecting people is at the heart of everything we do. From fire alarms and surveillance systems to access control and intelligent video monitoring, J&K has helped keep homes and businesses safe across southern Wisconsin since 1987. Visit jksecurity.com.
J&K Security Solutions. Security with a personal touch.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at Petersen Event Center. John Audius, Jess Williams. It's time for Badgers volleyball and the opening lineup for the Badgers against Stanford.
Bring them out, bring them out. Bring them out, bring them out. Bring them out, bring them out. Bring them out, bring them out.
Charlie Furbinger, number 24, setter, on Wisconsin.
Audrey Flanagan, Redondo Beach, California, freshman, outside hitter.
Ava
Number
Travis,
12,
Elisa
Natalie
Viejo,
Wardlow,
California,
middle.
senior outside hitter.
Number 12, Natalie Wardlow, middle/right side on Wisconsin.
Linny Tarno, freshman, middle blocker, Downers Grove, Illinois. Number 32, Grace Egan, outside. Follow me on grace.egan7.
Anna Bardaro, I'm from Italy, libero.
And there's the starting lineup for the Wisconsin Badgers, ranked 6th in the country, taking on number 5 Stanford, and we are underway. It's an ace by Stanford to start. It's Blashoff behind the service line. Starting lineup for Kevin Hambley's team. This is their first game of 2026. Jordan Harvey, 6'1" on the right. Julia Blashoff has just got that ace. She is a 6'3" redshirt junior. Next serve has Wisconsin out assistant Bardaro from behind the end line. Big bump set over to Egan. Swipes it over, picked up by Parks. Now here comes Kurt from the left, off speed, and Bardaro saves with a dive. Travis then gets rejected on the near side. It's Kurt and Sayer teaming up for the block. Spencer Etzler is the libero for Stanford. Lizzie Andrews, 6'5" middle. Ipar Kurt on the outside, a redshirt junior. Erica Sayer, the other middle, and Logan Parks is the setter. And Stanford sends one deep, and that is the first point for Wisconsin here tonight. It is 2-1, the Cardinal over the Badgers. John Audius and Jess Williams with you here. It's the opening Spike Classic, match number 3 of the season for the Badgers. And somebody who had a great match behind the service line against Louisville was Kristen Simon. And Simon will send one over at Kurt. Here comes Stanford on the attack. Pass to attack for Kurt. And she gets that one, hits that one rather deep and well out of bounds.
Yeah, Wisconsin players immediately saying, no touch, no touch. That one went way ahead. That hit some people in the stands there.
Yeah, some fans there on the sideline. Here comes the next one by Simon. Played up front on a great pass to Parks. Middle attack, Sayer deep and in as it whizzes right by the left side of Kristen Simon on the end line. It's 3-2 Stanford in this 5 versus 6 matchup. Wisconsin comes in with a 1-1 mark. They lost to number 3 Kentucky before defeating 7th-ranked Louisville last weekend in Milwaukee. Back set by Furbringer, and there's a tool shot good from Grace Egan. So Egan gets the tool and the kill. Egan, who's averaging about 1.5 kills per set so far this season, makes it 3-all. And now we'll see Natalie Wardlow, who had 4 service aces against Stanford in the Sweet 16 matchup a season ago, and this one goes deep and out of bounds, so Wardlow goes deep. No Jayla August in the middle for the Badgers. We'll see Wardlow and Tarno, the middle blockers, tonight.
That is correct. We've got Jayla out for tonight, so this is a great opportunity for Nat to step up and really just no pressure.
Served by Stanford, handled by Flanagan. Great pass back to Audrey, and a dig back row by Blashoff. Here comes an Etzler bump set, Kurt off the block, and it's picked up by Bardero. Out to the left pin, Flanagan deep, and Flanagan gets it. Point to the Badgers, it's 4-4, and I think they actually got did they call a net against Stanford?
Based off the whistle in my ear, yes.
that court mic is right next to the second referee on the floor, so we might get a couple of whistles. Here's a hard serve by Egan, which results in an ace as the pass goes off to the left and down to the floor. Ace number 6 this season for Egan.
Yeah, that topspin serve that Egan's got is really tough, and it barely kind of clears the top of the tape. That's really hard for passers.
Next one by Egan, right at Etzler, up front to Parks. The slide attack is good by Lizzie Andrew. Andrew goes deep cross court, and we are even at 5 in the first. Lizzie Andrew, of course, that name sounds familiar to Badgers fans. She's the older sister of Allie Andrew, former Wisconsin Badger. And we are tied.
Younger sister.
What did I say?
Younger sister. She's the younger sister.
Oh, she's the younger sister?
Yes.
Oh,
Allie.
yeah, Allie's the older sister. Excuse me, I read that wrong.
That's all right.
Egan from the back row slams one down to the backcourt of Stanford, and now it's a point for the Badgers. It's 6-5 Wisconsin.
No, we got Ava Travis back in the front row. So when Kristen Simon's in the back, we don't have that back row attack. But now that Audrey's serving, we've got a back row attack option along with Egan. So we could really have 2 back row attacks here right now.
Flanagan sails one at Etzler. Good high pass to Parks. Back row attack pushed over by Stanford. Now Wisconsin counters with Ava Travis, and Travis on the left side converts on a hard bang. It's 7-5 Wisconsin.
Well, that pass kind of tight. Charlie jump sets. She keeps the middle with her. That gave Ava a one-on-one on the outside there. So that was a smart move by Charlie, not dumping on that play.
2-point lead for the number 6 Badgers, and a serve by Flanagan is going to be an ace. It goes right off the platform of Coco Kirsch, who's in the back row, passing for Stanford, and the Badgers have their second ace of this first set.
It's a tough serve. It's barely clearing that top of the tape. The angle's really hard. We've got Stanford kind of out of sorts on serve receive right now.
3-0 run now by the University of Wisconsin. Parks in the pocket, over to Andrew, block touch, and it's grabbed by Flanagan. Now Charlie sets to the outside. That's Travis with the tip. Popped up by the Cardinal. Etzler with the bump set. Here comes Blashoff. Big bang. Bardero kept it off the floor. Back row. Flanagan tools the block as she flies in with that pipe attack, and the Badgers are on a 4-0 run.
That's a great dig by Anna. She's, charging to her left. She keeps that play alive. We're able to run our backcourt offense with Audrey. That was a beautiful play.
So Wisconsin leads by 4. It is now 9-5 the Badgers. Wisconsin on a 4-zip run. Tip over by Stanford. Grabbed by the Badgers. Here's Travis into the block. Back to the UW. Travis again with the left hand, and it's covered by Bardero. Travis, another try. Etzler with the dig on the left back. And now Stanford will send over a free ball. First touch, Egan. To Furbringer. Slide attack. That's a big shot there by the Badgers' Tarno. Stanford comes back on the right with Harvey, who gets the kill, and it stops a 4-0 run.
That was a good move by Ava. She recycles the ball into the block. She recycles again. The third ball gets over the tape and gives kind of Stanford some fits in the backcourt, but we got to terminate. We got to be able to terminate.
3-point lead for Wisconsin. Here comes the right to left serve by the Cardinal. Furbringer, high setup, left side for Travis, snaps on one, and it's an over dig, slapped over by Tarno, picked up again by Stanford. Sayer on the right side, Egan with the left-handed save, Charlie with the one-handed set, pushed down the line by Travis. Stanford will bump set it out to the left pin, into the Badgers block. It's Blashoff. Again, Blashoff. This time goes inside the block, hits it off Bardero for the kill. And now the Stanford Stanford Cardinal, that is, have crept a little bit closer. It's 9-7.
And Lenny, a little bit late on that block. I think she was staying with the middle attack in there. So Charlie sets a good block. She's a little bit late, and that's just a really hard angle there that if Linny was up, she would be able to take that shot away. But Anna not there, not be able to, can't make the play. That was a good shot.
Here comes Stanford's right to left serve, right at Flanagan on the right back. Great pass. Travis on the left, rattles it down off the blocker's hands. Counted for Ava Travis, and Travis has her second kill, and Wisconsin has a 10-7 lead in the first.
It's a great read by Charlie. Linny runs an A right in front of the setter, holds the block. Ava is able to do some. I don't know. Their block was late, able to connect and kill.
Isabel Hoppy will come in to serve for Wisconsin. Here's Hoppy behind the service line now. 5'8" freshman. She's from the state of Pennsylvania. Was the 2026 Pennsylvania Gatorade Player of the Year. Right hand across to the left back. Parks in the pocket. On the slide, it's tipped over by Sayer. Wisconsin picks it up. Travis, big swing, block touch, and it's grabbed by Stanford. Now on the left side, Blashoff gets rejected. It's Natalie Wardlow holding her ground right at the net to give Wisconsin an 11-7 lead.
Well, and Charlie stays down. You see she doesn't even put her hands up because sometimes attackers will try and aim off your hands there, but Nat stays strong. She pushes over, she presses. That is a great block. Here's Hoppy's next serve upcoming. Left to right, she'll sail it deep toward the end line. Here comes Stanford, back row attack. It's pushed over by Harvey. Grabbed by Hoppy on a slide. It's Wardlow with the soft tip. Etzler dives and saves it. Left side, Blashoff. Big swing. Underneath it is Egan. Pipe attack. Left hand tip over by Flanagan. Here come the Cardinal. Sayer on the slide goes out of bounds. Wisconsin claiming no touch, but they'll call the touch, and Stanford grabs the point. No argument from the Badgers, so I'm going to guess there was a touch there. Our middles, we got to get them going, and we need some termination from them right now. They've got to be able to find the court right now.
11-8, Wisconsin leads. Here comes the Park serve down the left sideline. Egan on serve receive. Travis winds up and crunches one deep cross court for a Badgers kill. It's 12-8. That's now 3 kills from Travis, and the Badgers have matched their largest lead of the opening set.
Yeah.
Number 6 versus number 5 here tonight at the opening Spike Classic, and Wisconsin's setter Charlie Furbringer will be serving left to right. Goes just past the 10-foot line at Blashoff. Setup finds Harvey, and it's kept alive for a moment by Flanagan before it falls down near the scorer's table. Point to Stanford, and the Cardinal trail by 3.
And that ball kind of out of system. Stanford's out of sorts. They're just trying to keep the ball in play. It was just a really well-placed attack. Audrey's got her hands up. We make a dig on that. We can try and convert.
Blashoff sends it to the middle back right at Flanagan. Scoops it up. Right side attack. Goes down the line. It's off Etzler. It's Travis's 4th kill. Ava Travis has come out firing in the first set. 13-9 Wisconsin.
Out of system. So, I mean, right now, a lot of our balls are going to the outsides, either outside left or outside right. We need to be able to pass and transition to get our middles involved here. Keep that block.
Simon goes back row. Parks waiting in the pocket again. Right side attack, it's Harvey. Off the block, Egan first touch. And now the set goes to the left side, and there's Flanagan. Sniper shot cross court off the defense and into the stands. It's a point for the Badgers. It's 14-9 Wisconsin in the first. Audrey Flanagan winds up, and the Badgers freshman has her 3rd kill off 5 swings without an error. Overall, Wisconsin with a .348 hitting percentage in the first. Etzler serve receive, pass a tad off to the right. Here's Sayer in the middle, rejected but covered. It's pushed deep right at Simon. Up front now to Furbringer. To the right pin, and there is Grace Egan cracking one to the back row. Egan and the Badgers have a 15-9 lead in the first set. We've got a timeout on the floor. Wisconsin enjoying its largest lead of the opening set over the 5th-ranked Stanford Cardinal. It's the Badgers 15, the Cardinal 9 on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
Are you starting college, moving to a new apartment, or just looking to create a new vibe in your college living? Make IKEA your first stop for everything you need to create a college space that's all you. Whether you're looking to add color with cozy bedding, organize your dorm with smart storage solutions, or find that perfect sleeper sofa for those weekend visits, IKEA has your college life covered. And verified college students get 15% off when they sign up for IKEA Family. It's free and packed with rewards. So go grab your roommate and head to IKEA Oak Creek or shop online at IKEA.us or the IKEA app.
Hey, it's John Hayes, owner of Goodman's Jewelers. Come in and discover the high standards, classic traditions, honesty, integrity, and elegance when you walk through our doors. For over 90 years, customers have returned again and again to our warm boutique setting. Trust me, because I've been there for over 40 of them. Whether it's time to come back or your first time in, stop by Goodman's Jewelers at 220 State Street today. Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
3-0 scoring run from number 6 Wisconsin, and the Badgers lead Stanford at the opening Spike Classic, 15-9 in the first set. Wisconsin has 10 kills and 1 hitting error offensively, Jess. They're looking pretty good. A team that comes in to tonight through its first 2 matches hitting .256. Obviously one good offensive performance against Louisville, not so good against Kentucky, but so far really good against Stanford.
Yeah, the Badgers are coming out firing. They're coming out hot, and I mean they're giving Stanford. They're testing out the block. They're testing their defense, and so far this is all working. So I anticipate some changes to be made, but really keep going, Badgers. Let's go.
Yeah, 3-0 scoring run from Kelly Sheffield's team, and the Badgers lead 15-9 in the first. Simon sails one over to the left back. Set goes to Kurt. Pass to attack for Kurt, and she goes long. It's a 4-0 scoring run by the Badgers that matches their largest scoring run of the set.
That's good. We're putting pressure on them with our serve. They're a little bit out of system. That's not, atypical for them, but just making unforced errors now.
Here's Simon, right hand over. Targets the left back, that's Kurt. Again, pass to attack, Kurt. Into the block of Egan, back to Stanford. Kurt, another try. Right there is Furbringer over dig. Pushed down by Sayer, but popped up by Egan. Left side, Flanagan tries to go down the line, and it got a little bit too deep on her and out of bounds. That stops a 4-0 run, 16-10 Wisconsin.
Yeah, tries to go high hands on that, just misses hands completely. If she would have connected, that would have been a really, really smart shot. But she just missed.
First hitting error of the evening. Here's the libero for Stanford. That's Etzler, and she aces Wisconsin's libero, Bardero, in the backcourt. 16-11, point Stanford.
And Anna's usually pretty good with taking, serves with overhand. So just missed time there.
Short serve by Etzler. There's Bardero. Flips it up front to Furbringer. Right side, Egan, big swing. Blocked back and covered by the Badgers. Try the left side. Flanagan with the tip. One hand save by Kurt, and now a free ball directed over to the Badgers. Furbringer sets up Wardlow in the middle, and Wardlow converts. 17-11. Or they're going to say the point is to Stanford, and no touch was called.
I thought there was a touch on the, that looked like hands.
And Kelly Sheffield's going to challenge this call made on the floor. No touch was the call. The entire Badgers team was claiming that there was a touch.
Looking live, that looked like there was a touch to me. Here's the review. Bing. Oh, maybe. This will be interesting.
Looking at the first replay on the net camera, kind of hard to tell. There's a corner shot.
Yep, got it. Big hand. Big left hand.
Of Harvey right there.
Big left hand. I mean, there was a swing and the miss in the backcourt. But yes, definite on that.
All right, so right now it's Stanford on a 3-0 run at 16-12.
Hi, Pete. Pete just texted me.
Oh, hey, Pete.
Hey, Pete. No more announcer cam.
Yeah, you can watch on announcer cam on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, or don't, because Jess doesn't want you to. They're done taking a look at it.
Yay!
Okay, so Wisconsin wins the challenge. Kind of tough to hear there, but the Badgers get that reversed, and now the score flips to 17-11. The UW on top of Stanford by 6 in the first set. And here's Wardlow standing behind the service line for Wisconsin. Puts it in play to the middle back. Set to the middle. That's a tip by Andrew. Grabbed by Flanagan. Now to Tarno, who terminates. Tarno right off Etzler in the back row for Stanford, and it's 18-11 Wisconsin.
That's great connection. Nice dig. Charlie has plenty of time to get there. We're able to transition, get the ball to Linney in the middle. That was beautiful.
Tarno averaging this season through the first couple of matches about 2.3 kills per set. Gets it to go. Here's Kurt. Sideline to sideline set for Harvey. Big shot kept alive by Furbringer. Flanagan on the left rolls a shot over. Etzler with the diving stop. Right side, Harvey pushes off the block for Stanford and gets the kill. Point to the Cardinal. It's 18-12. Wisconsin leads.
That's a great dig by Charlie. She's pushing off her right. She goes one-handed, keeps the ball alive. Audrey just needs to kind of press that left hand in. That's a block instead of a tool.
Harvey goes down the left sideline of Wisconsin. Pass to attack for Flanagan. Takes a little bit off of it. Sliding underneath. It's Blashoff with the dig. Right side attack. Grabbed by Bardero. Badgers go to the left pin. It's another big shot by Flanagan. Dug out by Stanford. Setter dump. Kept alive by the Badgers. Now it's near the net, and it's going to fall down on the Badgers' side. I think Stanford got their hands on that. Push it straight down. 18-13. Wisconsin's lead is down to 5.
Great dig by Charlie. Anna's set a little bit too tight. We want to keep it 5 feet off the net each way, 5 feet off, 5 feet in, and that was really tight.
And there's another ace for Stanford. It's Harvey acing Flanagan on the left back. It's 18-14, and the Cardinal have pulled it to within 4. Flanagan left back, Simon middle back, Bardero right back. Passing, awaiting the Harvey serve that goes into the middle of the net. Stops a 3-0 Stanford run, and the Badgers lead by 5.
When you've got Bardero and Simon in the backcourt passing, you're going to go after Flanagan. You're not trying to put the ball on the two best passers there. So, smart move by Stanford.
Here's Egan. Good for an ace. Second ace of the match for Egan as that fastball goes right off the platform of Blashoff, and it forces a Stanford timeout. Wisconsin reaches the red zone. Late in the first set, it's the Badgers 20, Stanford Cardinal 14 on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
When Wisconsin families think home, they think Steinhoffels. Since 1934, Steinhoffels has helped generations create spaces where life happens. From family gatherings and game day celebrations to a better night's sleep. As a fourth-generation family-run, 100% employee-owned company, Steinhoffels is proud to serve you and your neighbors with quality furniture, mattresses, home decor, and expert design services. Steinhoffels, born and bred in Wisconsin, just like the Badgers, and a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
We know the sound of a packed house, that feeling before the first serve, the roar after the first point. And we love what happens when Madison gets behind their teams. Hey, it's Mimi Collier, former Wisconsin Badger and newest addition to Love Madison, Wisconsin's professional volleyball team. Now is your chance to guarantee the best seats for every home game. Place a single $100 deposit to secure your 2027 membership and never miss a moment. Come be a part of Love Madison this season. Check out lovbmad.com to learn more.
20-14, Wisconsin leads Stanford in the first set. John Audius and Jess Williams with you from the Petersen Event Center in Pittsburgh, PA. Here's Egan's next serve and overpass. Tarno slaps at it, kept alive by Stanford. A slide to Andrew, snaps it cross court off of Egan on the right back, and Stanford gets the point. 20-15, Wisconsin with a 5-point lead late in the first.
That is such a great rip. I mean, that ball is, I thought that was going in the net. That's how close it was to the top of the tape. That was a nasty serve.
Here's Coco Kirsch, 5'9", redshirt junior. Had 14 aces last season for Stanford, sends one at Simon. Furbringer setting up the pipe. Here's Egan banging it down off the Stanford block. 21-15, Wisconsin.
And Charlie's running a great offense here. She's got Linney going up in the middle, and then just kind of right off of Linney comes who was that in the back? Was that
Egan?
Egan in the backcourt. Sorry, missed that. I'm trying to watch the replay at the same time.
Fourth kill from Egan off 6 attempts. And now a second ace of the night for Flanagan as the pass by Stanford goes to the floor. 22-15.
I mean, those two back-to-back, those are two really tough servers, one right after the other, and it's a hard ball to pass.
Here's Flanagan. That one finds the floor too, right in front of the Stanford back row passer. Back-to-back aces for the freshman. Stanford takes a timeout, and that gives Wisconsin its largest lead of the first set. The Badgers lead Stanford 20 23-15. So we've talked about this non-conference schedule. Number 3 to start, a loss. Number 7, a win. Now number 5 tonight. This is Stanford's first match of the season, but man, Wisconsin looks solid here in this first.
I mean, yeah, Badgers came to play. And it's crazy. We were talking pregame, like we ended Stanford's season last year. So like, they've been going through this whole spring and summer with that kind of vendetta, and that's a team you want to, your first match of the year, similar, we played Kentucky. That's a match you're looking forward to. That's probably one that Stanford had circled. So, really proud of how we've come out. Serving has been really tough. And, I mean, you can see that reflected in the score right now. So, and without Jayla's not playing. She had a pretty good impact last week. So you got Nat stepping up and stepping in for her. And this is great.
3-0 scoring run from Wisconsin, and they're 2 points away from a first set victory. You talk about the serving. 5 service aces from Wisconsin. Flanagan now has 3 aces. 3 of those 5. Egan has the other 2. So Flanagan behind the service line, serving from the right back again. Badgers on a 3-zip run, 2 points away from closing out set number 1. Here's Flanagan. Puts it to the back row at Etzler. Parks from her knees, sets to the left side. Off-speed shot by Blashoff. A tip by Furbringer, denied. Back to Wisconsin. Now Charlie sets it back over. Here comes Stanford. Parks setting. Right side, that's Andrew. Stopped by the Badgers defense. Here comes Stanford poking it. That's Blashoff, and then the setter dump tried by Furbringer, and it's good right up near the net. Big swing with the left hand. It's set point in the first. 24-15, a 9-point Wisconsin lead. Here's Flanagan trying to close out the first. Right-handed Etzler, pass off to the left. It's going to fall. Another ace for Audrey. Her 4th ace of the first set. And the Badgers win the opening set over Stanford by 10. 25-15 Wisconsin. A 1-set-0 lead over the 5th-ranked Stanford Cardinal. Let's take a break and come back with the second set after this. Badgers up 1-zip. They ended the first on a 5-0 scoring run on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
At Hooper Service, your comfort is important. From keeping you cozy warm to comfy cool with the ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System. Plus, join our Home Comfort Priority Plan and keep your air conditioner and furnace running at peak performance year after year. Enjoy priority service and extra savings that really add up. Hooper is here with 24-hour heating, cooling, plumbing, and fire protection service for your home and business. Turn to the experts, Carrier and Hooper.
Hey Wisconsin, it's construction season and the Wisconsin DOT wants to help you safely navigate work zones in your area. Check 511wi.gov or download the free 511 app to see current road work, closures, detours, and camera views on your route. Wherever your travels take you, know before you go with 511wi.gov. That's 511wi.gov. And remember, know before you go. Always park the phone while driving. Sponsored by the Wisconsin DOT.
Molly Brown here, and if you need room for everything life throws your way, meet the 2026 Kia Carnival at Metro Kia of Madison. Right now, well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% APR financing for up to 48 months on a new 26 Carnival using Kia Finance. That's just $21.65 per month for every $1,000 financed for 48 months with no down payment required. Offer ends August 31st and is subject to credit approval, vehicle availability, and dealer participation. See Metro Kia for complete details.
The best takes come off the bench on Second String Opinions.
I think LaFleur has made that pretty clear. This is the year where the Packers offense becomes Jordan Love's offense. And while some of us may view that as overdue, hand up, that's me, this is the right time to do it.
Second String Opinions with Alex Strofe, presented by Door County Distillery. Streaming live every Wednesday at 12:30 on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Also available in the ESPN Wisconsin app and wherever you get your podcasts. You're listening to Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball, presented by Steinhoffels, across ESPN Madison and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brought to you by The Exteriors Company.
Sixth-ranked Wisconsin goes on a 5-0 scoring run to end the opening set, and the Badgers win it 25-15 over fifth-ranked Stanford. In that first set, 14 kills, 2 hitting errors, and a .324 attack percentage for the Badgers, while Stanford had 9 kills, 3 errors off 33 swings and hits 182. The serving was great. The offense was great. What did you see from the first set, Jess?
I mean, we were just talking at the break. We completely neutralized their outside hitters. Ipar Kurt is hitting negative, and Blasov is hitting 0. So, I mean, when your outsides are hitting negative collectively, we're doing really great things. Defensively, they're just a non-factor right now. So I expect maybe a few little lineup changes on the Stanford side just to change things up, get a new little momentum. They might start in a different rotation, but we are also starting in a different rotation. So this is the game coaches play, and this is why we play volleyball, and here we go. 6 aces from Wisconsin as a team, and freshman Audrey Flanagan, you put her up against the number 5 team in the country in her 3rd ever collegiate match, and she goes for 4 aces in the first. That's pretty remarkable. I mean, insane. And I mean, the teams we have played are not cakewalk teams. These are top offenses and defenses in the country. So this is awesome. It's a great way to start. Here's Furbringer to start the second. Left to right with her serve, right at Kurt. Middle attack, Sayer. And she'll club it right off Furbringer in the back row. So they go right to the middle, and it's 1-0 Stanford. Yeah, so perfect pass. They run a middle. Nat's a little late off that block, so, I mean, easy kill for Stanford on that one. Here's Etzler serving from the left back for Stanford. Right hand over, right at Flanagan. High pass, perfect to Furbringer. And the Badgers go to the middle, and Wardlow. Wisconsin comes back with their middle attack, and Wardlow converts. It's 1-1. Yep. Also a good pass on our side. We're able to run our middle, and our middles weren't as utilized in the first set, so kind of caught their middle, caught Andrew off guard a little bit, and we get an easy kill. So we're just trading middle kills right now. Here's Kristen Simon. Puts it in play right at Kurt. Nice high pass, finds Parks. Tipped over by Andrew in the middle. A rolling save in the back row by Bardero. And sharp cross court by Flanagan finishes it. It's 2-1 Wisconsin after the Flanagan kill. And just a really smart shot. Look, we've got a middle that's just a little bit late. She utilizes that. She goes where the left hand should be, hits that hard cross almost to the tee on that sideline. That's a good shot. Woo! It's an ace for Simon. Kurt could not handle the serve. There was a teammate, Andrew, kind of maybe right in front of her that threw her off. Well, and that's a hard ball. The middle is trying to move. She's trying to run her route, so she runs right in front of where Simon served. That's a well-placed serve right there. 3-0 scoring run for the UW. Again at Kurt on the left back. Out of system, a bump set. Back to Ipar. Kurt goes up and over the block. Dug by Bardero. Middle, swiped over. That's Wardlow with her second kill of the set. Wisconsin's starting off hot in the second. Man, Charlie's, she's past the 10-foot line, and she's able to run the middle. That is insane. That is so crazy. And Nat's calling for it. Nat's calling for that set. So, Charlie will find her. Served by Simon. Here comes Park set over to Kurt. Rejected by the Badgers. Big Bucky block. It's Egan and Wardlow on the near side. It's 5-1. Sorry, just watching. It's just you're not going anywhere. There's zero real estate to work with if you're Stanford on that. That's a big Bucky block. Second block of the match for the Badgers. Here's the set over to the right side. Harvey swings. Deep end line save by Simon. Down the line by Egan on a hard shot. Grabbed by the Cardinal. Tipped over Harvey. Here comes Wisconsin. Simon out of system setting over to Flanagan. Touches the block. Grabbed by Stanford. Kurt on the left side. Banged around a little bit on the Badgers' end and then shoved over by Charlie. Middle attack, Andrew, and that one pinballed off 2 Badgers before it drops to the court. Stops a 5-0 run, but the Badgers are in control. Yeah, and just kind of pinballing, but staying really scrappy. Those are really great ups, and we're staying in the rally. So that's what you want to see. Here's Jordan Harvey now, serving preseason all-ACC selection for Stanford. Right at Bardero, pass off to the left. Charlie had to slide on her knees to save it. Down ball comes over. Here comes the middle attack, Andrew. A little poke. Bardero right there. Here's Egan. Right side, could not clear the net. And it's a point to Stanford. It's a 5-3 score in the second with the Badgers leading 1-0. And Charlie, at that time, she's reverse flow, so she's moving forward. She sends the ball back to Egan. Looked like a really good placement, just mishit.
First hitting error for Egan tonight. Bardero serve receive. Delivers it up front. Left side attack. That's Flanagan. A dig by Stanford. They go to Kurt near side. Rejected by the Badgers defense, but covered. Right side, Andrew. Big hack at that one. Cross court. Simon has the stop, then Flanagan gets roofed. Blocked by Stanford, their second of the match, and it's 5-4. Wisconsin with a slim lead in the second.
Great dig by Simon. A nice in-tempo set. That's a big Stanford block. When they are there and they have hands over, that's a big block.
Simon serve receive up front to Furbringer. Left side, Flanagan. Cross body good. To the right back and down for the Badgers freshman who came into tonight first on the team, 3.7 kills per set. She now has her 5th of this match.
That's just a smart shot. She goes up and she just kind of roll shots to the corner, but she takes a little bit off of it. They're not able to run that ball down.
Here is Grace Lopez serving. Jump top spin at Etzler on the run. The setter, that's Parks. And then Stanford able to convert, even though it was a good serve by Lopez. The point goes to the Cardinal.
Just watching this. It's a good, I mean, Lopez is there. Not a dynamic move to the corner. I don't know. She looked to me, if she took one more step, she could have run that ball down a little bit. So just a little, when you're off on the sideline, you're not as warm. You got to be ready to go.
Kurt sends it out of bounds, and now Wisconsin has a 2-point lead after the service error from Stanford. It's 7-5 the Badgers. Second set, Wisconsin won the opening set by 10. Badgers trying for a 2-1 start to the season. This is Stanford's first match of 2026. Here comes Grace Egan to serve. Right into the bottom of the net. Service error from Egan.
Yeah, the beauty of the serve is that it's really hard to pass. The downfall is that, one little missed time on that, and the ball can go into the tape like that. But so that's a risky run.
Here is Kirsch to serve from the left back for Stanford. Right hand over and out.
Trading service errors.
Makes the score 8-6. The Badgers over the Cardinal here in the first. So here's Flanagan, who had 4 aces in the opening set. Audrey now 5 kills, 4 aces, and a couple of digs. Hitting 188 so far in this match. Back row at Stanford, out of system. Etzler setting to Blashoff, who got the block touch up front and gets the kill. Julia Blashoff now has 2 kills with 1 hitting error for Stanford, and the Badgers' lead is at 1.
Watching that ball, inside to out, she just uses the block perfectly. It's right where the block should be taking that away.
Here's Logan Parks, preseason All-ACC pick for Kevin Hambley's squad. It goes to the back row at the Badgers. Left side, here's Travis taking a swing inside the block, but hitting it wide and out of bounds. We're even at 8.
Out of system ball, inside. She's just going, trying to make the, I don't know. That's good.
Stanford serve off the top of the tape. Picked up by the Badgers. Set goes to the right side. Tarno gets stopped. And a point to Pittsburgh.
4? Is that not clear? Let's see.
Nope,
no,
did not clear the net.
Did not clear. Good call on the officials.
Here comes Parks again. Right hand, seals it. Back row, Thompson, who's into the match passing. Here's Travis inside the block. Hard hit. And that one goes out.
Also looks like it's out.
So now Stanford has built a 2-point lead.
Barely out. Yeah, she's going for that sideline, but just missing it a little bit long both times.
Parks goes again at Hallie Thompson. Good pass up front to Furbringer. There's Ava Travis delivering a blow to the back row. She pounds it down for a kill. And Wisconsin pulls to within a point.
And that just a little bit of adjustment. She goes for 2 hard swings to the left sideline. She changes her body position a little bit. She sends it to the middle back instead. And that one little adjustment, and she gets a kill.
Here's Isabel Hoppy to serve for the Badgers.
Good ball.
Goes to the middle back, perfect pass. Parks runs it to the right, tipped by Sayer into the block, back to Stanford. Try the left side, Blashoff. Blasts one deep. It's out of bounds. And no touch. No, there is a touch. Point Stanford.
I was going to say, I didn't think there was a touch. The linesman didn't call a touch. It was the up official. Both Nat and Charlie said they did not touch.
So a challenge, second one of the evening by Wisconsin. And we'll see whether or not there was a touch or no touch on this one. They called a touch. Getting our first replay from the net camera.
I don't see a touch.
Tough to tell there.
That's a tough angle. We'll see what this one. Oh, come on. Go. Where's the...
Yeah, so that end line.
We need the end line angle. That's the one we had in the first set. This is not the angle. No. Oh,
sideline. They need to zoom in again.
Yeah, go back. Go back. I didn't...
It was too quick to tell.
Come on, replay camera.
We want to see the replay.
Petersen Event Center replay cam.
Right now the score 11-9 Stanford. We'll see if the Badgers can pull off their second challenge win.
And this is just like one of those situations you don't lie. Like, they wouldn't be lying saying they didn't touch it. Like,
right.
You call your touch.
Don't want to waste a challenge, so they'll be honest.
Correct.
We've seen Hallie Thompson come into pass here in this second set. Number 67 for the Badgers.
Yeah, and that's a long-standing, I don't know, trick of the coaching trade. Serve at the freshman. Yeah.
Call has been reversed, so the Badgers win their second challenge. And that's going to change the score from 11-9 Stanford.
Do we have a running Kelly stat? No, come on. You
10.
missed it? You guys missed it last weekend? This is what happens, John. Come on, Pete.
I'm sure.
Pete, I know you're listening.
I'm sure Ryan Wollersheim is keeping track. I have us at 3-0 this season, according to my little handwritten stats.
Nice up, Isabel.
Tip over by Harvey. Badgers control it. Travis from the left side, dug by Stanford. Left side, that's Blashoff. A dig by Thompson. High bump set. Here comes Ava. Blocked back, pinballed around, and the Badgers send it back over. And 4 hits. Too many hits on the Badgers side.
I thought that was
see if maybe we get a replay.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, that was okay. Good job, officials. Good work counting. I can't count.
11-10 Stanford. Blashoff, right hand over. Right at Bardero. Perfect pass. Furbringer tries to set her dump. Pinball around, free ball. And it drops. Bardero couldn't get to it inside the 10-foot line. Etzler just kind of dove and got it back over on the net, and it's going to drop for a kill.
It's a great setter attack. And then here we go. All 3 of them just kind of, miscommunication there. You got 3 people all in that area. Someone's got to call it. And usually it's the bro, but you got 3 all in that one spot. So
this one off the top of the net. Here comes Wisconsin, right side. That's Wardlow into the block and pushed back over by the Badgers, and they're going to give the point to Stanford. Do they call 4 hits again?
They did. It would just depend on if there was a block touch here. So they're saying no touch. They're saying no touch. In live time, I didn't think it cleared, but we don't have the best angle right now.
Stanford gets it up by 3 now in the second set. Goes right at Thompson with the serve. Left side, there's Travis. Block touch, and it's grabbed by Blashoff. Right side, Harvey. Stopped in the backcourt by Egan. Travis on the left, a shot to the middle back. Here comes Stanford on the counter. And there's Kurt converting. Ipar Kurt gets it, and Stanford has a 4-point lead. And a timeout taken by head coach Kelly Sheffield. 14-10, Stanford with the lead in the second set, but the Badgers lead this match 1-0 on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
Wisconsin sports through two very different lenses.
You fully believe that Jordan Love can control this offense and make good decisions. Why wouldn't you just let him rip it in that game?
And whatever Matt LaFleur thinks the offense should be, that's what it should be. Let LaFleur cook. And I think LaFleur is getting in his own way, trying to figure out ways to finish games when he should just lean into what he's good at.
Molly and Jim, presented by Coors Light. Weekdays 4 to 6 on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
It takes a team to meet just about any goal, and that's as true on the football field as it is in the office. So it's good to know that you have the Gordon Flesch Company on your side. For more than 60 years, GFC has provided cutting-edge office technology for companies of all sizes, and as the nation's largest Canon dealer, GFC delivers the latest office technology, serviced, and is supported by the most experienced professionals in the industry. That's business technology managed. Visit gflesh.com to learn more.
Event Center. It's Wisconsin and Stanford, and the Cardinal lead the Badgers in the second set, 14-10. Before we continue, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is Wisconsin Badgers volleyball.
This is Badger basketball coach Greg Gard.
Wisconsin wins the Big Ten.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Hey Madison IKEA fans, great news! IKEA is closer than ever now with 2 Madison pickup points at the University Bookstore on State Street and the Beltline.
So here we go. It's Stanford serving. Deep back row at the UW. Travis from the left side. Good as she rips one to the backcourt. And Wisconsin stops a 4-0 scoring run from the Cardinal.
It's a great pass by Hallie. She's wheeling this ball up. I mean, the way she's contorting her body right now is crazy.
Here's Furbringer. Short serve at Kurt. Parks setting it up. It was tight to the net. Pushed over by the Badgers. And a whistle stops play. Wisconsin gets the point.
Yep, that one didn't, from our angle, it didn't really look like it cleared the net. Here we go. That's a tight ball. Yeah, I don't think we touched it.
Okay, so
yeah.
Wisconsin didn't touch it, and it just didn't clear the net.
Correct.
14-12, Stanford with a 2-point lead. Wisconsin won the first set, 25-15. Here's Furbringer. From the right back, sends one over at the Cardinal. Parks, quick set, middle. And it's down. Off the Badgers defense. Count it in the middle for Sayer. And that brings us to a timeout on the floor. In the second set, Stanford has, I believe we're in a timeout on the floor. Yeah.
Yep.
Second set, Stanford has a 3-point lead. It's 15-12, the Cardinal over the Badgers, but Wisconsin leads this best of 5, 1-0 on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
Hey Madison IKEA fans, great news! IKEA is closer than ever now with 2 Madison pickup points at the University Bookstore on State Street and the Beltline. Order your favorite IKEA products online and pick them up as soon as the next day, absolutely free for IKEA family members. That's right, no shipping fees or waiting for deliveries, just the IKEA style you love, ready when you are. Start shopping smarter today at IKEA.us or on the IKEA app and choose the University Bookstore, State Street, or Beltline pickup points. Don't forget to sign up for IKEA Family. It's free to join and gives you access to great deals, rewards, and free Madison pickup.
Bruner Realty and ESPN Madison have teamed up again for the 6th annual Putts for Pups golf outing. Join us September 18th at Black Hawk Country Club for a day of golf benefiting the Dane County Humane Society. Since 2021, Putts for Pups has raised over $160,000 for the Dane County Humane Society. Donate or find out how you can get involved at putsforpups.com. That's putsforpups.com. Putts for Pups is proudly sponsored by Baird, Zimbrick Automotive, and Badgerland Exteriors and Solar.
3-point Stanford lead in the second set. John Audius and Jess Williams with you here. It's the opening Spike Classic. Match 1 of 2 this weekend for the Badgers. And 2 top 5 opponents on the docket for Wisconsin. Tonight it's 5th-ranked Stanford. Sunday at 11 a.m., the Badgers will get 4th-ranked Pitt, who defeated Kansas in 4 sets earlier tonight. And so for Pitt, that is 53 straight home wins in a row dating back the last 5 years.
Wow.
Yep, and now a 17-0 mark during that stretch here at the Petersen Event Center. Their old volleyball arena, Fitzgerald Fieldhouse, They won't be playing there anymore. They've got a new athletic facility on campus at the Victory Arena, I believe it's called, that they'll be moving into this year. Here's Furbringer. High back set right side. There's Travis. Good. Got the block touch up front. Ava Travis has 7 kills off 20 attacks, and the Badgers trail by 2 in the second.
And Chuck reversing the flow again. She's moving forward. She sends the ball back. It keeps the block just kind of neutral. You have to be neutral. You have to respect the fact that she can make that long string set.
Simon goes at Kurt on the left back. Out of system. Etzler sets it. Kurt will set it over. Right at Simon. Charlie one-hand set. There's Wardlow. Natty Spice gets it to go with the right hand. Wardlow pulls Wisconsin to within 1.
And that ball, I don't know. I thought they kind of double contacted it when they sent it over the net. They did not call that, so I like that we were able to convert.
Here's Simon. Again, toward the back row. Parks setting up in the middle. Andrew up and down. Lizzie Andrew, the 6'5" junior, put Stanford on top by 2.
That's a perfect pass. Nat's going up. She's taking up space. That's just a really good cut by Lizzie Andrew.
3 Badger passers awaiting the serve from Harvey. It goes at Simon from the left sideline. A bump set from Furbringer over to Flanagan, who torches it down cross court. Flanagan pulls Wisconsin to within a point.
And that's out of system. Chuck's taking that with her forearms. She puts the ball 5 feet off the net, 5 feet in, and Audrey just absolutely takes a rip at that. That was a really aggressive play.
Lopez. The lefty, big serve. Line drive pass off the net, popped up by Parks. Sent over, free ball to Wisconsin. Right side, Egan blasts into the block, and it's back to Wisconsin. Flanagan from the left, block touch, guided up front to Parks. Here comes Stanford. Kurt left side, block touch Wisconsin, stopped by Gilo. Left side, Flanagan, hard shot, popped up by Blashoff.
Tip ball.
Kurt tips up and over the block. Flanagan right there inside the 10-foot line. Then Flanagan turns to the right corner and in. Audrey Flanagan, her 7th kill of the match. Wisconsin and Stanford are tied at 16.
That's a great dig by Chuck. Audrey really showing her range. You can see in that rally alone, she's hitting the left back, she's hitting the corner, she's rolling. Just a lot of arsenal. She's got a lot of different shots, and she just kind of gave you a little preview in that one rally.
16-16, timeout taken by Stanford. Second set, the Badgers won the first set by 10. Wisconsin had a lead at 4 early on at 5-1 after a 4-0 run, but it's kind of been Stanford for the most part before this little rally here by the Badgers, who are hitting just 107. Stanford hitting 185 here in the second.
Yeah, but at the last break we were looking, and we were hitting negative. We were hitting negative 200. So when you're hitting negative, it's really hard to win. So love to see that we've made a 300-point swing here in the last, 4 or 5 points. That's impressive. Keep clawing. Now it's a race to 9 points.
16 apiece here in the second. Ava Travis, Audrey Flanagan, each with 7 kills to pace all attackers tonight. Flanagan hitting 263. How about 10 digs already from Grace Egan? 4 kills, 2 aces, and 10 digs for Egan.
It's great. Love that.
Here's Lopez. Back row, middle back at Stanford. They'll run the slide. It's Sayer. A dig by Furbringer. Right hand shot by Egan is picked up. Stanford counters with Kurt inside the block. Over dig, back to the Cardinal. Right side, attack. That was by Andrew. It's going to go off the Badgers' defense and out of bounds. Lizzie Andrew with the kill. She now leads Stanford with 6 of them.
I'm pretty sure every middle wants to be a setter. And Kristen Simon just tried to set that ball and push Lenny out of the way, and Lenny didn't move. So that was middles.
Here's Kurt. Sails it deep and out for the 5th Stanford service error of the night, even at 17 in the second.
And that was her second. I think that was her second service error. I think that happened the last time she went back to serve. So, man, Stanford's a tough serving team. They're just not connecting tonight as well as they usually do.
Egan, fastball to Etzler in the middle back. Here's Andrew, pops it off the Badgers block for a kill. Stanford back on top by a point.
And Lizzie Andrew, she runs a super fast slide here. I mean, just really efficient, goes right off the top of our block. Our block setup wasn't bad at all. She just used it to her advantage.
In the Sweet 16 against Wisconsin, Andrew had 10 kills, hit .692. Tonight, 6 kills, no errors, hitting .429.
Ooh.
Another service error from Stanford. That is Coco Kirsch with her serve going deep. And now, once again, we are even. It's tied at 18.
That ball almost went past the pit sign. Like, that was a good 10 feet out of bounds. Ooh.
Tie number 6 of this second set. Passing 3 in the backcourt, Stanford awaiting Audrey Flanagan, who had 4 aces in the opening set for the Badgers. Here's Parks setting it up for Harvey. Pipe position, Bardero kept it alive, tipped over by Tarno with an athletic play there. Sayer, flat-footed, sends one at Bardero. Now Furbringer, bump set, left side, Travis, good. She'll bounce it right in front of Etzler. It's Ava Travis with her 8th kill. Wisconsin up by 1.
Man, get out of Charlie Furbringer's way. Look at that. Audrey goes in. She's about to take that ball underhand, and Charlie says, mine. And just, I mean, she didn't push her out of the way, but she definitely called her off of that ball. And that was a really aggressive swing by Ava in an out-of-system attack.
11.5 assists per set so far through the first 2 matches for Furbringer. She's got 24 tonight. Right side attack by Stanford, grab by the Badgers. Flanagan flies in, send it in, Audrey, send it in, Jerome. It's 20-18, Wisconsin on top of Stanford. Timeout, Kevin Hambley and the Cardinal.
And that's, I mean, talk about like a beautifully orchestrated offense. You've got Linny coming in. She's running a fast A ball right into the middle of the court. And Charlie hears Audrey coming right off of that. So the block kind of stutters with Linny. She keeps the block. And then you've got Audrey just flying in on that back row attack. The block is not ready. And that's just beautiful. That's a well-run offense right there.
Big kill by Flanagan, number 8 tonight. If you're wondering why I said send it in,
yes,
Jerome.
I was very, very curious.
Okay, so 1988, January 25th at Fitzgerald Fieldhouse, which is right next door. It was Jerome Lane breaking the backboard for Pitt on a powerful dunk. And then the legendary call by Bill Raftery, send it in, Jerome.
That was great.
Yeah, that was.
How did you know? That was so good.
Kelly Sheffield wanted that.
Of course.
He's like, can you work that into the broadcast?
Oh, that was perfect.
Yeah.
I was waiting for the explanation there. That was wonderful.
Yeah, so there you go. In case it didn't make any sense to somebody listening.
Put that on announcer cam. Get that clip up on Instagram, all of the socials. Clip it.
Wisconsin in the red zone, 5 points away from a 2-0 lead against the number 5 Stanford Cardinal. Flanagan sails it in, back row. Here comes Stanford on the attack. It's Blashoff up and over the block. Bardero to her right with the dig. Left side to Travis, and she's going to touch the block, and it's good. It's Ava Travis from the left pin, getting it for the Badgers. It's 21-18.
So many beautiful things in this play. Really tough serve from Audrey. Puts Stanford out of system. And then you got Ana Bardero just she makes it look easy. Just a dig in the backcourt. Really tough ball that she makes look like it's nothing. Woo.
Flanagan hits the pin on the near side on that serve. Point Stanford. So that stops a 4-0 run from Wisconsin. The Badgers were down a point before that 4-0 run. Now it's 21-19, second set. Here's Parks. Line drive serve. Flanagan handled it well. Right side attack. It's Tarno. Cross court. Popped up Parks. Saved up near the net. A push by Blashoff. Here comes Wisconsin after they kept it alive. Travis got roofed. Ava Travis denied at the net by the Stanford defense. It's 21-20. Wisconsin late second.
Well, and when Charlie digs that ball and it's off the net, you don't have another right side option. The block can go camp out on Ava, which is what they did. They put up a huge wall, not a lot of space for her to work with.
So receive Egan, a tad off to the right with the pass. Tarno with the tip on the right, and it's down. Badger freshman Linny Tarno records her second kill. Wisconsin leads, slim margin here by 2.
Good. And Chuck holds the holds the middle with her. Linny's got a one-on-one opportunity and finds court. That's great. Ooh, here we go.
So Linny Tarno will step back behind the service line now for Wisconsin.
Let's go.
Linny had 8 kills in the Badgers opener against Kentucky. Back row at Blashoff. Here comes Stanford. It's Blashoff with a tip. Handled by Egan. Right side, tapped over by the Badgers. Wardlow, and it's off of Parks at the 10-foot line, and it's good.
So I'm going to guess we're in a crunch time for subs because usually Isabel would be in here serving. So right now we've got Linny serving. This is not something that I'm guessing she wants to be doing, but she's stepping up to the moment. And let's go.
23-20 Wisconsin, 2 points away from a 2-0 lead. Here's Tarno again behind the line for the Badgers. And she'll send it to the back row at Stanford. Parks sets it up to the middle. It's Harvey leaping into the air and using the right hand to get the kill, 23-21.
And that's a really great spot on the court. Even if Anna's in that spot, that's a really well-placed attack. Almost hit the tee on that left sideline.
Here comes Stanford serving at Wisconsin. Flanagan scoops it up on serve receive. Great pass back to Audrey, could not clear the net. So now Stanford's down by just a single point. Badgers trying to go up 2-0 on the Cardinal. Wisconsin hitting 240 in the match overall. Stanford 183. Flanagan serve receive, perfect pass. Here's the left side attack. It's Ava Travis. Good down the line for Travis, and it brings Wisconsin to set point in the second.
Well, and Charlie, I mean, that magic. That's a perfect set. Or perfect pass, so everyone's thinking she's going to Wardlow. She sells it to Wardlow and gets a one-on-one with Ava. Beautiful.
Furbringer sends it over right at Kurt. Now from the right side, Stanford with a shot good off Flanagan. It's Harvey from the right pin. And Stanford fights off one set point by the Badgers. 24-23 Wisconsin. Still looking for that final point to end the second. Etzler sends one short. Here's a one-hand set, and Wardlow can't get to it. And it falls down. We're even at 24. Timeout Wisconsin. We're going to play extra points now in set number 2.
So we got Egan on the ground here. Chuck's doing all she can to keep that ball off the net. It's just a missed time in the middle. She's moving forward. Egan's on the ground, so she kind of one-hands the ball straight into the air, and Nat is already jumped. She's trying to just kind of place that ball over the net and just misses. That's great on Stanford's side. They're putting pressure on our passers. They're holding off game point. So they're doing exactly what they want to do.
In this set, the Badgers have 16 kills, 9 errors offensively, 39 swings. That's 179. First set, the Badgers ended up hitting 324 in a 10-point win. Stanford, meanwhile, not too much better. They have way less attack errors. 11 kills, however, 3 errors, and they're hitting 205. 10 kills from Ava Travis to lead all attackers tonight. And then next on the leaderboard, it's Audrey Flanagan with 8. Wardlow does have 5 kills with a .571 hitting percentage. 29 assists for Furbringer. 2 Badgers in double figures in digs. Egan has 12, and Bardero has 11. Well, the Badgers had a couple of set points, couldn't get it done, and now Stanford has knotted it up at 24 here, late second set. It's Etzler serving again, right to left. Goes to Flanagan. Furbringer setting it to the left pin. It's tipped wide by Egan. And now Stanford has a set point. And Egan upset with herself that she couldn't control that a little bit better. Stanford now on a 3-0 run. Trying to close out the second set at Flanagan. Out of the system, here comes up. Sideline to sideline. Bump set from Furbringer to Egan. Goes inside the block, kept alive by Stanford. Now a free ball to Wisconsin. Furbringer sets the middle. It's Wardlow. Good, fighting off that set point from Stanford.
Well, and I mean, the last play, when we got set point, she holds the middle by faking setting to Wardlow and then setting Ava on the outside. That side she does the exact opposite. She kind of fakes that she is going to set the outside and sets Wardlow. Gives her a one-on-one. She gets a nice kill. So here we go.
Third set point now for the Badgers. Or actually 25 each, not yet. Here's the serve. It goes to the left back at Kurt. She'll get it back, and she'll go off the block. So set point number 2 upcoming for Stanford. It's 26-25, extra points in the second.
Stanford out of system, just using the block. I mean, it's a really nice attack. We got to have our hands stop and press to be able to stop that.
Here comes the serve by Stanford, handled by Bardero. Furbringer, high set up left side. Flanagan wallops on one. A dig by the Cardinal in the back row. Here's Kurt left side into the Badger wall, covered by Stanford. Kurt takes another hard shot. Simon controlling end line to Wardlow in the middle, and Wardlow uses that right hand and gets it to go off the Stanford defense. We're even at 26.
That's a great dig by Chris in the middle back. She keeps that ball alive. Great up to Charlie, and we're able to run our full offense. That's exactly what we want to be doing in this moment.
So here's Wardlow behind the line for the Badgers. Knotted at 26, late second set. Right hand skims the top of the tape. Tight pass to the right side. Reaching for it, a swing by Stanford. The Badgers have to bump it over with Egan. Andrew, another chance. Block touch, picked up Furbringer. Set Wardlow. Left side Flanagan pushed back. She popped it up. It's near the net. It's pushed down but recovered by Wisconsin. Free ball to Stanford. Kurt left side into the block. Big up by Etzler. Back over to the Badgers. Slapped over Tarnow. Stanford counters again with Kurt off speed. It's going to fall. 27-26 Stanford. And this is the Cardinals' third set point.
That's a really, I mean, she hit it right into the donut. That's right over the top of the block. It's a great spot. That's what you do in winning time.
Here comes the serve at Simon. Furbringer waiting, setting left side. Flanagan goes wide. And that ends the second set. A hitting error from Wisconsin. And they had an opportunity here, but Stanford comes back to win the second set by a score of 28-26. And we are even at a set apiece here at the intermission. Keep it right here. Jesse Nelson has your intermission report coming up next. Badgers and Stanford even at a set apiece on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
The Rich Eisen Show. My job is on the line if the Seahawks cut the wrong guy. Come on now. We all know that stinks. And we also know, quite frankly, I think it stinks to high heaven. I'm glad the Big Ten's at least going to do something about it. The SEC made a statement saying this stinks as well, but they're not telling Lane you can't do what you're doing. There will be a lawsuit, I'm sure, on behalf of somebody that wants to play in the Big Ten.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays noon to 2 on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Remember when your favorite Pizza Hut classics came with prices like these? Good news, they're back. Introducing the Throwback Value Menu, featuring the new medium one-topping stuffed crust pizza for just $10, and other favorites starting at only $3. Plus, try the new Triple Cheese Mac, or satisfy your sweet tooth with new s'more sticks. Check out the full Throwback Value Menu at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. That's pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Report brought to you by Unsportsmanlike on ESPN Radio. Start your day with Super Bowl champion Chris Canty, Packers fan Michelle Smallman, UW-Madison alum Evan Cohen. Weekday morning starting at 5 a.m. on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN app. I'm Jesse Nelson in the Everlight Solar studio at ESPN Madison. Tied one apiece. Wisconsin will play 4 sets for the first time in 2026 tonight. Badgers take set 1 dominant, 25-15 over Stanford, out hitting the Cardinal 324-182 in that first set. set. Second set, a different story, much more competitive. Extra points, Stanford wins it 28-26. 11 errors for Wisconsin to just 3 for Stanford in set number 2. Quick check of what else is going on around college volleyball tonight. A lot of top 25 matchups here on the unofficial real opening night after the first serve last weekend featuring the Badgers. 13th ranked Creighton in 5 takes down 9th ranked Purdue in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. 4th ranked Pittsburgh 3-1 over 15th ranked Kansas earlier tonight in Pittsburgh at the opening Spike Classic. That's where Wisconsin's playing right now. They'll face Pittsburgh on Sunday morning, first serve at 11 a.m. 7th ranked Louisville, who the Badgers swept last week in Milwaukee, sweeps 16th ranked Indiana, and 14th ranked Minnesota. 12th ranked Arizona State just underway in Sioux Falls. It's nationally televised tonight on Fox. Badgers scoreboard, 23rd ranked men's soccer 1-0 winners last night over Western Michigan. Badgers back in action hosting Marquette on Monday night. 22nd ranked women's soccer hosts UIC on Sunday afternoon, 1 o'clock in Madison. And of course, Wisconsin and 4th ranked Notre Dame starting the football season. 6:30 Lambeau Field, Sunday night, September 6th, next weekend on NBC. And of course, listen to it in Milwaukee on Milwaukee's new home of Wisconsin Badgers football, 620 WTMJ. 6th-ranked Wisconsin and 5th-ranked Stanford tied at 1 set apiece. John Audius, Jess Williams have the call. Set number 3 coming your way from Pittsburgh next on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
In volleyball, a great performance starts with being ready for anything. The same goes for your vehicle. At Conant Automotive in Stoughton, ASE certified technicians service all makes and models, from routine maintenance to brakes, diagnostics, engine repairs, and more. Plus, qualifying repairs are backed by a 36-month, 36,000-mile warranty. So, when your vehicle needs a little help getting back in the game, trust the team that's ready to serve. Conant Automotive in Stoughton. Visit ConantAuto.com.
If Wisconsin sports gets you fired up, you're in the right place on the Saturday Scramble.
But we can't take this for granted as Brewers fans. This team is elite. This team is definitely built to make a World Series. They are built to go far in the playoffs.
Saturday Scramble, live every Saturday 10 to noon on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Every rally.
Big point goes to Wisconsin.
That was a great rally.
Every block.
Baltimore gets absolutely roofed by Jayla Auguste.
Every kill.
And the center up by Thurbringer, back to Audrey Flanagan, who torches it to the back row.
This is Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball on the ESPN Wisconsin app and the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. Presented by Steinhoffels. Live from Pittsburgh for the opening Spike Classic. It's the 6th-ranked Badgers versus the 5th-ranked Stanford Cardinal.
Stanford and Wisconsin even at a set apiece. John Audius and Jess Williams with you, moments away from the start of set number 3. Well, Jess, Wisconsin ends up hitting 146 in the second set. Stanford hits just 217. And the Badgers had their opportunities for a 2-0 lead, had a couple of set points.
Yep.
But Stanford comes back to even this match at a set each.
Yeah, I mean, it's Stanford. They're not just going to quit after the first set. We knew this was going to happen. We knew they were going to come out just with a renewed energy. We saw that at the very first point. And they're a tough team. They serve tough, and they have really good athletes on their side. So, I hate the announcer cam. Sorry. So no surprise there that they came back. What is surprising is that we hung in there, and we were there the entire time and just kind of let a few opportunities cost us that second set. So I really think we could have walked away with a win in that second set. Just a few, really good plays by Stanford and really key moments and just little things on our side that prevented us from getting that. So we are in this dogfight. Now we get to play best 2 of 3 right now, and let's go. Free volleyball.
Ava Travis had 10 kills for the Badgers, or has 10 kills. She had 6 of those 10 in set number 2. Then it's Audrey Flanagan with 8. Natalie Wardlow, who's starting at middle blocker for Jayla Auguste tonight, who will not play, Wardlow, 7 kills and a .667 hitting percentage, a dig and 2 blocks. I think it's really great to see Wardlow in her third match after starting the first really come through strong for Wisconsin offensively so far. So here we go. Third set is underway as the Badgers receive the serve. And it's Grace Egan from the left side, powering it off the block. It's 1-0 Wisconsin.
And what I love about this play, Charlie's moving forward. Linny still runs her route, and she keeps the middle honest, and then gives Egan a one-on-one to get that ball.
5th kill for Egan. Here's Simon, ready to serve for the Badgers. Sophomore out of Louisville, Kentucky, serves back row. Here comes Stanford. High bump set, big swing up and over the block by Kurt, dug by Wisconsin. Left side, Flanagan tools the block. So the Badgers attacking that Stanford block through the first 2 points, 2-0.
Yep, really making them work. Look at that. The block is not stopped. They're still moving, so that's an advantage for our attacker and an easy kill.
Simon from the left back hangs in the air, puts one over. Parks setting it up high near side. Swing by Harvey, good cross court. Simon trying to control it on the right back, could not get it into the air. It's 2-1 Wisconsin.
So she hits it right over the block. So the area the block is taken away is the area of the court that we're not covering. So, Simon's she's sprawling out to her right to try and get that dig. That's just a really well-placed block.
Simon on serve receive, and Wisconsin's out of system. Bardero a bump set. Here's Egan, a roll shot. Grabbed by Parks. Stanford toward the middle of the net. Roll shot by Kurt. Right there is Furbringer. Right side, Egan tools the block for the kill. Stanford claiming they did not touch it, and I'm not sure if they did.
I don't know. Let's see.
Looked like it hit the net, but I don't know.
That would be a tough one to review because you'd have to have definite proof that she didn't touch it at that point, and the way that angle was, that would have been tough.
No challenge from Stanford, 3-1. Here's Lopez. Fires it in at Etzler. Great pass, though. Slide attack, and it's going to fall for Stanford. Lizzie Andrew makes it 3-2.
Yep, Stanford's in system. Perfect pass. Quick slide behind. Our block is not there, and that's just an easy kill for Stanford.
1 point lead for the Badgers, who won the first set by 10. Stanford won in extra points in the second, 28-26. And that serve goes into the net from the Cardinal. Service error, and Wisconsin's up 4-2.
Take it in these moments. Now we got Egan going back. We'll get to see the jump topspin.
Here's Egan. And that one's just out of bounds. Past the end line. Service error from Egan. Stanford gets a free point. And the Cardinal will be ready to tee it up. It's Kawa to serve. Right hand directed at Simon. Steers it up front to Furbringer. Pipe attack. Egan right off the block and down to the floor.
There's the replay. Stanford's right there. Lizzie Andrew goes straight up. Ball she just missed. She just missed. Good job.
Egan gives Wisconsin a 2-point lead. That's the 7th kill for Grace at the .294 hitting percentage thus far. Flanagan, right to left serve. Blashoff goes down the line for the kill. Julia Blashoff, second team all ACC last season for 3 kills per set, pulls Stanford to within a point early third.
Good. And that ball, she just goes right over Charlie. There's nowhere else for her to go. That's a really well-placed block. She just goes right over her.
Egan on serve receive has Furbringer on the run, caught up to it. Now a free ball over to Stanford, barely caught up to it. Here's Parks setting to the middle. It's Sayer, right at Bardero, who kept it alive. Right back attack, it's Grace Egan, who crunches one off the defense and down to the floor. Egan gives the Badgers a 2-point lead in set number 3.
This is a smart read by Charlie because she's got Wardlow going on the A, so she's got Wardlow in front of her. The block comes over thinking that there's no one there because the middle's in front of the setter, and Egan just comes from the back row. There's no block there. That's awesome.
There's Wisconsin freshman Isabel Hoppy. Serves down the left sideline of Stanford. Big approach and a tip to the corner. Flanagan popped it up. Tarno in the middle. Played off the net by Stanford. It's near the net. It's punched over by Harvey, who ends up getting the kill. And it's 6-5, point to Stanford. Harvey just was just trying to get it over. Yeah.
Trying to keep it in play. I mean, that was basically all she could do, but there was no Badgers in sight.
Yeah, to the right front and in. And Blashoff goes at Flanagan. Steers to Furbringer. Set left side. That's Travis. Block touch, and it's Doug. Etzler with the bump set over to the opposite pin. Wisconsin right there to meet Kurt at the net, and the Badgers get the point. It's 7-5.
Yeah, that's just a really tight ball. There's not a little stare down at the end there. Charlie completely seals that antenna. There's nowhere for her to go. That's a great block.
Yeah, block number 1 of the set, 3rd overall for Wisconsin. Here's Charlie. Right to left, just past the 10-foot line. Parks setting it up, left side. That's Kurt bouncing off the block. Saved in the corner by Flanagan, kept alive by the Badgers. Swing by Travis, steep and out. Hitting error number 6 tonight for Ava Travis to go along with her 10 kills, now hitting under 200.
Man, Audrey plays that ball. She's diving as an arm, right arm, just kind of laying out in the backcourt. So great defensive move there.
Egan, Flanagan, and Bardero left to right in the back row. Goes at Flanagan. Great pass back to Audrey. Off the block, and it's down. Pass to attack and a kill. As she gets it to go, it's 8-6 Wisconsin in the 3rd set.
That's great. She passes, and she immediately goes into attack mode. Sometimes you count attackers out once they pass because they're still admiring their pass, and she goes right into next mode, next ball.
Second straight match with 10 or more kills for Flanagan. Serve by Simon. Here comes the right side Harvey attack. Scooped up by Bardero. Set to the left pin. Rattling through the block. It's Flanagan. Kill number 11 for the Badgers freshman. Wisconsin 9, Stanford 6.
Charlie's doing a really great job. She is not... she's not going with the flow, so she's moving forward. She's setting the ball back. She's kind of moving back. She's setting the ball forward. She's keeping Stanford's middles on their toes and creating great opportunities for our attackers.
Line drive pass up front to Parks. Now a short free ball set over to the Badgers. Set goes to Tarno. Block touch up front. Scooped up front to Parks now. Left side attack, Kurt. Simon kept it alive. Flanagan goes down the line, saved by Stanford. Kurt rolls shot. Bardero dives forward, has the dig, right side, a tip by Egan, and another fantastic save on the court. That one by Harvey. Inside the block, a swing by Kurt. Right there, Bardero. Left side, there's Flanagan. Into the block, covered by Bardero. And out of the middle, it's Tarno, and it's sent back by Stanford rather. And Stanford gets that one. It's 9-7. The Badgers have the 2-point lead in the 3rd. Pitt is tomorrow. Right now, Wisconsin playing 5th-ranked Stanford. They get the 4th-ranked Pitt Panthers.
Sunday.
Not tomorrow. Sunday at 11 a.m. Match you can hear on 100.5 ESPN Madison, 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, and 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam. Always on the ESPN Wisconsin app and announcer cam on YouTube. Harvey sends it to the corner for an ace. Simon let it go by her, and it drops in.
I mean, she's serving from right back. She's going to the right back. Looks like it's sailing out, but, I mean, that was about a foot inside.
Harvey had 38 aces a season ago, second on the Stanford squad. Flanagan gets blocked. And it goes off a Badger and out of bounds, and it's now 9 apiece in the 3rd. This match even at a set each.
It kind of feels like Stanford's taken the momentum of this set. I don't know, they've been chipping away at the score. They don't need them to make a run right now.
Here's Egan on the right, tip into the block, and she's denied. Stanford with another tough play at the net, and now the Cardinal lead the Badgers by a point.
And hypothetically, that's the right move. I mean, Charlie's moving forward. She sets it back to Egan. She's can't go anywhere.
Furbringer, back set, it's tight. Into that Stanford block, back to Wisconsin. Now Flanagan able to wind up on one. Doug deep back row. Left side, Kurt, well out of bounds, right toward the Badgers bench. Hitting error, Stanford, and it stops a 4-0 run.
Yeah, Chilo coming in to serve. I mean, when we're putting hittable balls up, when we are in system, we are finding ways to score, which is good.
And Lopez with the serve deep and out. Service error number 5 tonight for the Badgers. They do have 7 aces as a team. You and I were talking, we saw the 900 feet newsletter.
Yep.
Talking about service errors, and it's not always a bad thing.
Not always a bad thing. Kind of a momentum shifter sometimes and a moment. But there is a correlation between service errors and winning at a high level.
You wouldn't think so. Here's Flanagan left side.
Ooh.
And it's going to go off the defense, into the air, and then down to the floor. It's good for the Badgers. Here in the third, even at 11, it's, 2 to 7 service errors, you win something like 57% of the time. When you have 2 more service errors or greater
than your opponent.
Yes. And it gets even higher. The winning percentage does with the more service errors you have over your opponent.
Crazy.
It means you're serving aggressive. Here is Furbringer. Middle. Tip by Wardlow to the left front. Picked up. Back row. Harvey bangs one just out of bounds. Nope, they've changed the call. Point Stanford.
That was very in.
Yeah.
That was very in.
Well, yeah, we're back to line judges.
Yeah, I know. But, I mean, what's crazy is, like, the sample size of all the data that they've used. I mean, it was, like, 3,000 matches that gave them this data. So it wasn't just like, in 8 matches. No. 3,000. NCAA season.
Yeah, it was the entire last season when teams weren't tied in service errors. Here comes Wisconsin. Furbringer setting it. Back row. Egan with the tip. Kept alive by Stanford, and a free ball comes to Wisconsin. Left side, Flanagan. Hard hit, and it's good. Stanford, I think, did they call a touch on that? Yeah.
I think they did, and they said no, but then they're not challenging it, so I mean, I guess.
Yes.
Yes.
12-12, third set. Wisconsin won the first, Stanford in extra points in the second. Here's Flanagan for Wisconsin, serving from zone 1, goes to the middle back. Stanford the other way, a tip by the Cardinal. Badgers underneath it. Left side, it's Travis. Big right hand, but it goes deep. Out of bounds, hitting error number 5. Check it number 7, rather, for Travis.
Let's see. Yeah, she's just trying to go high hands and misses. I mean, it'd be like that sometimes. Ooh.
Here comes Wisconsin after the Stanford serve. Back row, it's Egan. Stopped at the net. Back to Wisconsin. Travis goes inside the block, off Blashoff, but picked up by Etzler. A bump set. Blashoff hacks it one, chops it right in front of Bardero, middle back and in.
I mean, that's honestly an insane shot. Look at that. She's taking the ball over her left shoulder. The ball's coming from over her left shoulder. She's coming across, and then she just takes a full swing at it. There's no block because who takes that swing? She does, and she gets a kill.
Stanford now by 2 in the third set. Out of bounds with the Stanford serve. Wisconsin gets a free point, and they trail it by 1. Badgers picked to finish second in the Big Ten. Stanford was the ACC pick to win it all. They won their 25th conference title last season, shared it at 18-2 in the ACC. Here's Hoppy. From the right back for Wisconsin, sends it over right to left at Etzler. Parks, high setup, left side, Blashoff, wild shot, deep and out. Hitting error, Stanford, their third hitting error of the set. You know, overall in this match, that's the 9th hitting error from Stanford. Wisconsin has 17. Here's Hoppy. Tied at 14 in the third. Rifles it in at Etzler. Out of system, high bump set, goes to the left side, tip up and over. Now it's near the net on an over dig, and it's pushed down by Stanford.
It's a beautiful serve. I mean, she goes tough at the bro for Stanford, but that ball comes over. We got to take care of it.
Timeout on the floor. Third set here at the opening Spike Classic. Stanford leads Wisconsin 15-14. This match even at a set apiece on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
It takes a team to meet just about any goal, and that's as true on the football field as it is in the office. So it's good to know that you have the Gordon Flesch Company on your side. For more than 60 years, GFC has provided cutting-edge office technology for companies of all sizes, and as the nation's largest Canon dealer, GFC delivers the latest office technology, service, and is supported by the most experienced professionals in the industry. That's business technology managed. Visit gflesh.com to learn more.
At Hooper Service, your comfort is important. From keeping you cozy warm to comfy cool with the ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System. Plus, join our Home Comfort Priority Plan and keep your air conditioner and furnace running at peak performance year after year. Enjoy priority service and extra savings that really add up. Hooper is here with 24-hour heating, cooling, plumbing, and fire protection service for your home and business. Turn to the experts, Carrier and Hooper.
15-14. It's Stanford on top of Wisconsin in the third set. John Audius and Jess Williams with you here from Petersen Event Center in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's the opening Spike Classic. Earlier tonight, we saw fourth-ranked Pitt, the home team, take out number 15 Kansas in 4 sets. The Badgers get the Panthers on Sunday. So far tonight, we've got a pretty even battle in the third. Badgers won the first set by 10, lost the second set in extra points 28-26, and currently have a 172 hitting percentage in the third. Stanford counters with a 167 attack percentage.
Yeah, and kind of neck and neck this whole set. Very similar stat line. I mean, yeah, all the things. These teams are kind of just trading points, trading attacks. Yeah, no one really. I'm just looking out for the stats. Nothing. I mean, just two heavyweight hitters going at it.
And overall, Wisconsin's barely over 200, 211 in the 3 sets. Stanford at 194. In their regional semifinal last season, both teams' offenses were really clicking. Here's Travis, tries to go off the block. It's picked up by Stanford. Kurt with a high roller. Right there's Egan. Setter dump into the net from Furbringer. Point Stanford, 16-14, the Cardinal. Last season in the Sweet 16, Wisconsin hit 420. Stanford hit 378. So a little bit of different matchup the second time around.
Not a lot of defense in that game.
No. Here comes Stanford left to right, handled by Egan. It's an overpass. Oh my goodness, Sayer just deflated one right back at the Badgers.
Yikes. I mean, that's how an overpass is supposed to look. I mean, yeah, that's well executed overpass.
And Kelly Sheffield says, we got to talk things over. 17-14. Stanford with a 3-point lead now on a 3-0 scoring run in the third set. This match even at a set apiece on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
As a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, Steinhoffels knows teamwork makes all the difference, especially at home. That's why Steinhoffels offers decorating solutions, its in-house design service. From simple recommendations to full room layouts and floor plans, their designers handle the details so you can make it your own. From first idea to final touch, Steinhoffels has you covered. Steinhoffels, born and bred in Wisconsin, just like the Badgers.
Molly Brown here, and if you need room for everything life throws your way, meet the 2026 Kia Carnival at Metro Kia of Madison. Right now, well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% APR financing for up to 48 months on a new 26 Carnival using Kia Finance. That's just $21.65 per month for every $1,000 financed for 48 months with no down payment required. Offer ends August 31st and is subject to credit approval, vehicle availability, and dealer participation. See Metro Kia for complete details.
3-0 scoring run, and number 5 leads number 6, 17-14 here in the third set. Back to the action. Badgers on serve receive. It's Egan to Furbringer to Flanagan from the back row. A tip. Popped up a couple of times by Stanford. Now a free ball to Bucky. Back row. Flanagan. Etzler dives to her right and kept it alive. High bump set to Kurt. Met at the net by a couple of Badgers. Back to Stanford. Kurt again. Into the Badger block, and she tools it for the kill. 4-0 run by the 5th-ranked Stanford Cardinal.
And she recycles, and finally just motors her way. Yeah, just uses the block to her advantage on that one.
So Ipar Kurt now 5 kills, 5 errors, hitting 0 for Stanford. Serve handled by Egan again. Line drive pass, and it's pushed wide by Furbringer. And Stanford is on a roll. 5-zip the run. We were tied at 14, and now Stanford is a point away from the red zone. There's Blashoff. To Flanagan, to Furbringer, to the right, and Tarno, and popped up again by Stanford. Free ball coming to Wisconsin. Furbringer sets to Travis. Played back row by Blashoff. Left side to Kurt. Block touch. Scooped up, Overdig, back to the Cardinal. Parks setting Kurt on the left. Snagged by Flanagan. Travis with the tip, and that one finally drops. 5-0 run is history. Wisconsin finally gets a point here late third.
I mean, Stanford is playing incredible defense right now. I mean, they're making it look really easy, but they are scooping up. There's a lot of times where I'm thinking this ball is going to be down to the court, and they somehow muster up the energy to keep the ball going, keep the rallies going. So, I mean, incredible defensive effort on their side. They're making our hitters work. They're making them use shots and do things they haven't done in a while. So, here we go.
Serve right to left by Furbringer. Middle attack is going to go for Sayer. Sayer rips one to the Badgers backcourt, and Stanford leads 20-5 in the third. Winner of this set moves to a 2-1 lead in the match. That one off of Bardero, who's in the back row for the Badgers. 14 digs tonight. She and Egan both have 14 for Wisconsin. Etzler sends one at Flanagan. Steers a little bit off to the left to Furbringer, and then Grace Egan with a no-doubter. Slugs it down to the floor. Egan makes it 20-16.
Charlie moving forward, but a big hole in the block, and Egan utilizes that, exposes it, and I mean, just buries that ball.
Last year, Egan 7 times had 10 or more kills. Tonight, she's at 9, so 1 away from reaching double figures for the first time in 2026. Good serve by Simon. Parks high setup, left side for Kurt. Block touch. Simon picks it up at the end line. Furbringer. Flanagan who tools the block, and it's Audrey Flanagan recording a season-high 14th kill, and the Badgers pulled it within 3.
Hey, Badgers doing everything right now. Serving tough. Yeah, look at that. It forces a timeout. So, hey, I love the effort on the end line. I love the defensive effort. And things are just coming together right now for us. So, keep it going.
2 powerhouses in college volleyball meeting here at the opening Spike Classic. Stanford and Wisconsin met in the Sweet 16 last year, and it was the Badgers coming out on top to advance to the Elite 8. And right now, Stanford has the advantage in set number 3 at 20-17. A .219 hitting percentage for the Cardinal in the third set, while Wisconsin's hitting percentage is now at 154. 20-17 your score, Stanford by 3. The Badgers leaderboard offensively shows Audrey Flanagan with a new career and season high with 14 kills. Good for Audrey. Ava Travis up to 11 kills. Those two combined have 11 of the 19 hitting errors, however, for Wisconsin. And then it's Grace Egan is 1 kill away from a double-double. She's got 9 kills and also has contributed 14 digs for Wisconsin.
Excuse me.
Let's see here. And this would be, if Egan gets another kill, this would be her first career double-double.
What?
Yes.
Let's go.
So we'll see if she can get there. Lots of volleyball to be played here as Simon goes over with the right hand, right at Blashoff on serve receive. Right side, Harvey straight down off the block, straight down to the floor. 9th kill for Harvey. She leads Stanford in that category. It's 21-17 the Cardinal in the third. Here's Harvey, punches it deep and out of bounds. 9th service error from Stanford. Wisconsin's within striking distance. They're down by 3, but they better make their move soon.
This is definitely, time to do it. You can't let them get any more points. And, okay, but you got Anna serving. Come on, here we go.
Here's Wisconsin's libero. Right to left at Blashoff on a short serve. And then Ipar Kurt goes inside the block, and I think she's starting to get a little bit more comfortable right now. 22-18 Stanford, and Kurt now has 6 kills and is back to hitting a positive percentage.
So she's been negative for most of this match, so it's a terrible time for her to catch up.
Serve goes to Bardero right back. Great pass up front to Furbringer right side. It's Egan getting that double-double. She gets the kill from the right pin. Her 10th kill tonight, the third Badger with 10 or more kills. Stanford still holding on to a 3-point lead, however. This match is even at a set apiece, with Wisconsin winning the first and Stanford winning in extra points in the second. Now we get to see the jump top spin from Grace Egan. 2 aces tonight. Back row handled by the Cardinal. They set the pipe, and it's good for Harvey. Harvey clubs one to the back row, and Stanford is 2 points away from a 2-1 lead.
Great pass, and that is she starts moving with the middle and kind of leaves that back row attack wide open for that kind of extra oomph on that.
Simon, Bardero, and Egan in the back row pass, and it goes to Egan, steered off to the left. High bump set to the left pin. Flanagan got blocked. Sayer right there to put up the wall along with the setter Parks. And it's set point for Stanford in the third. 24-19, the Cardinal. Here comes the serve into the net, a service error by Kawa, who is back there serving for Stanford. So Wisconsin's going to need to be perfect here down the stretch. Second set point for Stanford. Here in the third, here's Flanagan. Goes at Etzler, guides it up front, setter dump Parks. Right there's Egan. Left side it's Travis, block touch and scooped up back row by the Cardinal. Harvey, hard pound, Bardero. Back row Flanagan for Wisconsin, and she'll go wide. A hitting error ends set number 3, and the 5th-ranked Stanford Cardinal leads Wisconsin 25-20 in the third. They lead it 2-1 in this match. Tough third set for the Badgers. They're going to have to win out if they want win number 2 of the 2026 season. Fourth set comes your way next on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
Hi, I'm John Hayes of Goodman's Jewelers. It's hard to imagine, but Goodman's has been the diamond store of Madison since 1933, which means your parents, maybe even your grandparents might have shopped with us. We maintain the same high standards, honesty, and integrity that kept them coming back time and again. Keep their history and our history alive. Shop Goodman's Jewelers today in the heart of Madison at 220 State Street. We're online at goodmansjewelers.com.
The best is at Goodman's.
Are you starting college, moving to a new apartment, or just looking to create a new vibe in your college living? Make IKEA your first stop for everything you need to create a college space that's all you. Whether you're looking to add color with cozy bedding, organize your dorm with smart storage solutions, or find that perfect sleeper sofa for those weekend visits, IKEA has your college life covered. And verified college students get 15% off when they sign up for IKEA Family. It's free and packed with rewards. So go grab your roommate and head to IKEA Oak Creek or shop online at IKEA.us or the IKEA app.
988 Wisconsin Lifeline. How can I help you?
Share hope, find purpose when you become a 988 Lifeline counselor. The 988 Wisconsin Lifeline provides free and confidential support to anyone in crisis. 988 has experienced tremendous growth, and more statewide counselors are needed. Staffed by Family Services, 988 counselors work remotely, are offered competitive compensation, benefits, and training. Apply today at 988lifelinecounselor.org. Family Services is an equal opportunity employer.
Paid for by grants from SAMHSA and the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
Staying on Wisconsin sports never stops with the Jump Around podcast.
Colton Joseph is the ideal fit for the Jeff Grimes offense. Tons of misdirection, tons of quarterback running. I'm confident the Badgers can do very good things this season.
The Jump Around podcast with Jim Rutledge and Riley Yauk. Brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, Conant Automotive, and Metro Ford of Madison. Streaming live every Thursday at 12:30 on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. You're listening to Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball, presented by Steinhoffels, across ESPN Madison and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brought to you by Hooper Corporation.
Must-win fourth set upcoming for the 6th-ranked Badgers. John Audius, Jess Williams with you here at the Opening Spike Classic in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Stanford wins the third by 5 points. They lead it 2-1. Let's pause 10 seconds for a station ID, 10 for a legal ID. This is Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball.
This is Barry Alvarez. You're listening to Madison's home for Badger fans. 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison, a Good Karma sports radio station.
So in that last set, the Badgers hit just 116 while Stanford hits 270, and now the Cardinal, Jess, are in the driver's seat, up 2-1 over Wisconsin.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think I don't think we're playing terribly. I think we are missing key points and just key timing. We're right there. I mean, we went into extra points in the second. Stanford kind of ran away with it at the end there, but I don't feel like this is just this like overwhelmingly Stanford momentum, Stanford doing everything correct. We're having great rallies. Stanford's defense is really picked up, and it's giving our hitters fits, and they're having to hit some things that they're not haven't had to hit before. So here we go, raise to the challenge.
And just to show you like how close this match is, Wisconsin had a 24-22 lead in that second set, but lost in extra points. Roll shot, Kurt. Bardero with an overdig. Here comes Stanford. First point of the fourth set. It's Harvey into the Wisconsin wall, back to Stanford. They'll try the left side. Kurt with a tip. Block touch. Kept alive by the Badgers. Flanagan winds up. Big hit off the defense. Good. Flanagan with kill number 15 tonight. She had 6 kills last set. And it's 1-0, Bucky.
Yeah, she just turns her shoulder on that one, uses off the hands, off the defender. That's a great shot.
Here's Simon. Right to left, right hand to the left back of Stanford. Great pass, middle attack. Good by Sayer. Sayer with 8 kills, and look at Stanford's middles. Sayer has 8 kills without an error off 17 swings. Lizzie Andrews, 7 kills off 17 swings without an error.
That's great. Those are great middle numbers.
Yeah, that's 15 of the 36 kills by Stanford. Line drive pass by Simon. On serve receive. It was a tight bump set. Pushed back by Stanford. Now Wisconsin recovers. A shot by Flanagan is dug. To the left side, it's Kurt. Simon with an overdig. Stanford attacks to the middle, and there is Andrew down to the floor in a net violation against the Badgers, and it's 2-1 Stanford in a must-win fourth set for the Badgers.
Stanford defenders and passers just giving their middles a lot of opportunities right now, and reflecting in the stats, and they're executing. I don't know. I haven't been paying enough attention at our middles. I'll keep an eye on that right now.
Here's Etzler, short serve, handled by Wisconsin to the left side. Flanagan tries the two-hand attack, denied but covered. Now a free ball pushed over. Stanford has it. Middle, it's Andrew with a soft tip. Underneath it, Charlie. Right side, there's Egan. Sharp roll shot. Grab by Stanford. It's near the net. It's pushed back by Wisconsin. Stanford grabs it. Right side. It's Harvey. Hits off the net. Did it hit the line? It did. It's in. It's a kill. Stanford on top by 2 now. Early fourth.
Yeah, that ball's inside. It's kind of the only shot. Just happens to hit the line there. I just lucky shot. Sometimes you get that.
2.4 kills per set last season for Harvey. She's got 10 tonight. We're in the fourth. Egan with a shot dug left, right back rather by Stanford. Kurt with an attack attempt picked up by the Badgers. Here's Flanagan. Rolls one inside the block. Stanford picks it up. Right side. Harvey. Hard pound off Furbringer. Good. 11 kills for Harvey. It's 4-1. It's a 4-0 run now by Stanford. Make that, I believe, 12 kills now from Harvey.
Yep, they're really putting the pressure on our passers right now and forcing them to be perfect, and we're not able to run much of an offense.
Serve receives Simon. Here comes Furbringer. Set to the right pin. It's Egan. Big blast. A dig and over pass. There's Flanagan with a big right hand. A dig again by Stanford. Then Kurt wants a touch. Goes deep. Kurt gets the touch.
Gets the touch. Yeah. Left hand, Wardlow's left hand. There's a timeout.
Early timeout in the fourth set. Stanford is on a 5-0 run, and Wisconsin needs a break. Fourth set, Stanford 5, Wisconsin 1 on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
We know the sound of a packed house, that feeling before the first serve, the roar after the first point. And we love what happens when Madison gets behind their teams. Hey, it's Mimi Collier, former Wisconsin Badger and newest addition to Love Madison, Wisconsin's professional volleyball team. Now is your chance to guarantee the best seats for every home game. Place a single $100 deposit to secure your 2027 membership and never miss a moment. Come be a part of Love Madison this season. Check out lovbmad.com to learn more.
Hey Wisconsin, it's construction season and the Wisconsin DOT wants to help you safely navigate work zones in your area. Check 511wi.gov or download the free 511 app to see current road work, closures, detours, and camera views on your route. Wherever your travels take you, know before you go with 511wi.gov. That's 511wi.gov. And remember, know before you go. Always park the phone while driving. Sponsored by the Wisconsin DOT.
This is the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network, presented by Steinhoffels, across ESPN Madison and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Five to 1 for the fifth-ranked Stanford Cardinal over number 6 Wisconsin. We're in the fourth set. John Audius and Jess Williams with you. Stanford leads this best of 5, 2-1, and right now, Jess, Stanford on a 5-0 run. We're early, and it forced an early timeout from head coach Kelly Sheffield.
Yeah, just putting a lot of pressure from the service line. We're not able. I mean, we've been out of system almost every single pass here, and just giving Stanford every opportunity to run their offense.
Here's Etzler behind the service line for the Cardinal. It's an ace right in front of Simon on the right back. An ace for Stanford, their fifth as a team in this match, and it's a 6-0 run.
I feel like they've been getting stronger at their serving as the match have gone on and putting more and more pressure on our passers as they've gone.
Etzler again targets Simon. Tight pass for Bringer. One hand setup, reached up and down by Natalie Wardlow, who gets the kill. And that stops a 6-0 run by the Cardinal.
And we're lucky. So Charlie's one hand setting that ball. She jumps. So if Stanford were to try to attack that would be a back row violation. So we're lucky that they didn't do that. That's kind of a lucky play for us.
8th kill from Wardlow, who's now serving. Right side, it's Harvey. And it's down to the floor. Harvey from the right, her 13th kill. It's 7-2, Stanford.
I think the big difference right now, Stanford is converting on their out-of-system stuff, and we're keeping the ball in play. They're scoring, they're getting kills in out-of-system. Oh.
And a little bit of stoppage of time. They're instructing the down official instructing the Stanford bench to back off a little bit. Give Harvey a little bit of space to serve. She'll run up near the right back and send one down the left sideline of Wisconsin. Here comes the Badgers. Egan from the right pin. down to the floor. Egan has her first career double-double, now her 11th kill to go along with 16 digs.
Yep, love the fire, love what we're seeing out of Egan on the right side. We need to see that from the middles. We need to get the outsides back into that now too.
There's Egan, also has 2 aces. Now she'll serve. Macro line drive pass, Parks with a bump set. Kurt with a tip, and it's stopped by Wisconsin and sent back to the front row.
Gosh, I feel like we've had all similar plays where this ball is either out or it doesn't clear the tape, but now, sometimes now we're getting those plays.
Now it's working for us.
It's working for us now.
Egan off the top of the net and out of bounds. Service error from Egan, point to Stanford. And it's an 8-4 Stanford lead. Back to Egan for a moment. I mentioned first career double-double. She's 1 dig away from tying her career high. Natalie Wardlow has a career high with 8 kills. And if you count the freshman, I mean, you do, new career high in her 3rd match from Audrey Flanagan with 15.
Gotta count it.
Bardero to Furbringer to the right, and there's a big pound down by Tarno. Tarno torches it, and it's 8-5.
Let's go. Love to see more production from our middles. Look at that. I mean, it's almost like they've ignored the middles because we haven't been able to feed them the ball. So let's get back. Let them. Their block needs to respect our middles.
3rd kill for Tarno, and this is off the platform of the passer Roslyn, and it's an ace for Flanagan. And one other stat I forgot to mention: the career high in aces tonight for Flanagan. That's her 5th.
Count it.
She had her first 4 in the first set. 8-6 Stanford. Flanagan again. Right to left. Here comes Parks. The setup right side. Big reach. And a hit by Andrew is kept alive by the Badgers. Travis from the left pin. Off the block but recovered. And there's Andrew again from the right side. And she remains just red hot attacking. Her 9th kill without an error. 9-6 Stanford and a must-win 4th for the Badgers. Bardero, Thompson, and Flanagan spread out left to right in the back row. Awaiting the serve from Kawa, who puts it right at Thompson. Furbringer rather, from the back row, setting to the right side. Tarno, kept alive by Stanford, left side. And there's a dig by Thompson. Badgers go over to Ava Travis, who slugs one to the back row for the kill. Big right hand pop, 12 kills from Travis, and the Badgers trail by 2.
It's a great big dig by Hallie in the middle back. We're able to convert. I mean, and that's a really smart read by Ava. I mean, I feel like I haven't said her name much lately, so be nice to see her get a little hot here.
Here's Bardero, leans into a serve. Serve received by Stanford, kept alive, and then from the left side, it's banged down to the floor, cross-court style for Blashoff.
Casual. Man, they just brought the set inside a little bit. We set our block a little further outside. She took advantage of that and just blasted the left back.
Parks serves out. Service error from Stanford. 10-8 the score. Cardinal on top of the Badgers. We talked about it's not bad to have service errors. When you have 2 or more service errors, you win a higher percentage, 57% of your matches, to I believe it was 6 errors. It's according to stats from last year. Right now, Stanford leading in service errors. And a bad set goes to the floor. Stanford didn't know what to do with it. And it's going to be a point for the Badgers, who now trail by 1.
I don't think Stanford, she didn't realize that she was the outside that was supposed to be attacking that ball.
Furbringer serves at Etzler, scooped up front to Parks, set to the right side for Sayer, kept alive by the Badgers. Back row, here comes Flanagan flying in and hitting it out of bounds. Hitting error number 7 tonight for the Badgers freshman, number 22, Audrey Flanagan. And Wisconsin trails by 2.
Man, that's a good dig. Man, she missed the hands on that one. She was going for it. You like the aggressiveness. She just missed.
Wisconsin on serve receive, a bump set from Furbringer to the near side pin, a tip by Egan. And here comes Stanford from the right. Swing by Harvey, popped off the block, picked up by the Badgers. Middle attack, that's Wardlow. And Stanford will counter on the right side with Harvey. Kept alive by Furbringer. Bump set Wardlow to the right. It was tight. It's Travis tipping into the block, recycled. Wisconsin tries the left. That's Egan off the block. And it's grabbed by the Cardinal. Harvey flies in. Power tip off the block. Good by Jordan Harvey. 14 kills with just one error tonight. And Stanford leads by 3.
Yeah, that ball inside, and she just turns and tips off our blocker's hands. It's a long rally. Anna's down the line. Just really well-placed tip.
And I talked about how both teams really have low hitting percentages through the first 3 sets.
Yep.
Now in the fourth, Stanford is starting to really figure things out. 381 clip right now in the fourth, while Wisconsin's hitting 222.
I mean, we're not that far ahead. We're still in this.
Egan on serve receive, Furbringer back setting, right side, big approach, big swing by Travis. Kept off the floor by Stanford, roll shot Kurt right at Egan. Right side attack, Travis again, and once again it's Blashoff with the stop. Kurt goes inside the block, Bardero pops it up. Here's Egan on a little roll shot deep. Stanford grabs. Right side, Harvey with the power tip at Furbringer. Bardero a bump set. Here's Travis hitting the pin on her attack. Hitting error, Ava Travis, and the Badgers trail it 13-9 in the fourth.
Just little errors starting to add up for the Badgers this set.
Egan, by the way, a new career best 18 digs. She's one of, 5 Badgers with 10 or more digs in this match. Egan and Bardero, team high 18. Furbringer with a double-double, 46 assists and 11 digs. Here's the throw out to the left side. A tip by Wisconsin is played. That was Quest who's into the match. Right side, there is a shot off the block by Travis, and that one falls. 13 kills with 8 errors for Ava Travis, just hitting over 100. 13-10, Stanford in the fourth.
Yeah, so Egan subbed out. Madison. Quest is in for her. Stanford serves her the very first ball. She handles that, and she goes up and is attacking. So let's go. Your number's called. You got to step up.
Here's Simon behind the line for the Badgers. 10 digs, couple of assists, and an ace for Simon. And this one has Stanford on a system. A bump set goes to the right. Harvey, and that goes off the right fist of Furbringer and out of bounds. Over and out, 14-10 Stanford. Midway through the fourth set now. It's a must-win fourth for the Badgers, who trail this 2-1. Stanford libero Spencer Etzler. 2 aces tonight, serves back row at the Badgers. Right side, that's Quest into the block, back to Wisconsin. Quest, a second try, kept alive. Bump set, slow approach, fast swing, it's Harvey off Bardero, and it's down to the floor. And it's another one for Stanford. They now lead by 5. Timeout on the floor. Stanford with its largest lead of set number 4. 5th-ranked Cardinals lead the 6th-ranked Badgers 15-10 in the fourth, up 2-1 on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
Evan, Canty, and Michelle are unsportsmanlike.
The NCAA could have been the bus driver on this. They could have taken control and been the adult in the room a long time ago. And they kept kicking the can down the road, and they just have never been big picture thinkers or been the leaders that they need to be, which is why we have issue after issue after issue, with 5 for 5 and the timing of this being the latest.
Unsportsmanlike. Weekday mornings from 5 to 9 on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
A strong team makes all the difference, and Everlight Solar just expanded theirs. Everlight Solar now offers roofing and exterior services for homeowners dealing with storm damage. From the first call to the final repair, Everlight quickly handles everything under one roof. When your roof takes a hit, you've got a team behind you. Start today at everlightroofing.com. That's everlightroofing.com. Everlight, powering through any storm. A proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
for Stanford in the fourth set. Cardinal lead the Badgers 15-10. They lead the match 2-1. Stanford's hitting 370 this set. Wisconsin 154.
Yeah, and Stanford, we were just talking, Stanford is getting stronger as this match is going on. Their hitting percentage has gone up every set. And right now they've got almost complete control of this fourth set. But, I mean, only down by 5. It's not like they've completely pulled away at this point. So definitely an opportunity to, I don't know, close the gap a little bit.
There's Etzler with a 5-point lead for Stanford. Finds Simon. Furbringer sets to the right side. Here's Quest with a shot down the line. Etzler kept it alive. Now a bump set goes to Kurt. Touch Wisconsin, but the Badgers are in control. Left side, Flanagan goes off the block, and it hits the pin. It's a point for Flanagan. It's a kill for the freshman, and it's 15-11.
Yeah, I think what set this up was Quest's attack down the line there. Just gets Stanford out of system. They kind of throw a free ball, I don't know, an easy attack over. We're able to run a full offense, and that's all you want.
Here's Lopez. Deep serve on the jump topspin. Left side, Kurt inside the block, off Simon. Count it. 8 kills, 6 errors for Ipar Kurt. Stanford by 6.
Yep. And they overload our block, so they send the middle and the front right at Linney, and then set over the middle, and Ipar gets a nice little swing.
Serve receive Flanagan, steers it to Furbringer, middle attack, Tarno, back to the Badgers. Here's Flanagan left side, she got roofed. 8th block of the match for Stanford, and it's a 7-point Cardinal lead. 17-10 Stanford in the fourth set.
That's a good cover on our side, but Stanford's just waiting there. It's the only option.
Simon dimes it to Furbringer. Right side, it's Quest. Big shot, kept off the floor by Stanford, and there is Kurt on the left, using the Badgers' block to make it 18-10.
What I was, is that a timeout? Yep, that's a timeout. We were just down by 5. Now we're down by 8. So where we want to minimize, kind of lighten, I don't know, close the gap here. We've widened the gap right now. So
it's going the wrong way.
It's going the wrong way.
Timeout Wisconsin. A 3-0 scoring run now from Stanford. Up by a score of 18. Well, we got 2 different scores. I actually think it's 18-11. Scoreboard at the arena says 18-10. Let's go with 18-11. I like that better.
Well, it's not like we're going to correct that.
There we go. They corrected the score finally. But you're right. I mean, now Stanford's up to a 400 hitting percentage here in the set. Wisconsin, I know this is the 3rd match of the season, but right now the lowest hitting percentage of any of the 3 matches. Previous low was Kentucky, 191. Right now, overall in the match, 176 for the Wisconsin Badgers, who came out 324 in the first set.
Yep. Yeah, and I mean, our numbers have just been kind of steadily going down. Our first set, we came out and just kind of took control of the first set. And as the match has gone on, Stanford's been going up. They've been getting better as the match has gone on, and we've been going down. So their serve really putting pressure on our passers and forcing us to be perfect.
Harvey off the top of the net. It's going to drop. Of course it is. 19-11 Stanford. 4-0 scoring run from the 5th-ranked team in the country. Stanford playing in its first match of the season. The Badgers playing in its 3rd match of the year. Harvey bangs one at Bardero. Great pass. Left side. Flanagan gets it off Etzler. Well, 17 kills now for the Badgers freshman, but Wisconsin needs to put something together fast.
Yep. Down but not out. I mean, reminiscent of the Butler exhibition.
There you go.
Chip away and control what you can control at this point.
Well, they were down by as many as 8 in that exhibition to Butler to win it in extra points. There is a block by the Badgers defense up against Stanford's attack on the right. Tarno and Flanagan. I was going to say they were down by 8 to come back to beat Butler in an exhibition. They've trailed by as many as 8 in this 4th set.
Yeah, and that's a really nice block by Audrey. She's got both hands pressed over on Stanford's side, so that's a very well executed block.
Quest goes deep with her serve. So Stanford in the red zone up by 7. Trying to close out this match tonight in 4 sets.
We got Kimora Scott in the front row.
And back to serve a freshman for Stanford, Simone Roslin, who played at Mira Costa High School. Sounds familiar. That's where Flanagan and Furbringer played, and they return the favor. Roslin does with a service error.
All right, chip away. We got Audrey back. How many aces has she had so far? 3? 4?
5.
5. See, look at that. Come on, keep it going, girl.
Career high 5 aces, 17 kills, and a double-double with 12 digs. Deep serve, handled by Stanford. Left side, that's Blashoff. Blasting off the block. Saved by Wisconsin. Travis from the left side, no good. Stopped at the net by Stanford. Cardinal 21, Badgers 14 in the 4th.
Out of system play, only option is to send it outside. So there's a huge Stanford block waiting, just kind of camped out waiting for that attack. So not a lot you can do in that situation.
4 points away from a 4-set win for Stanford. Here's Kawa. Junior DS goes at Bardero. Great high pass to Furbringer. Back row attack. There's Hallie Thompson, but it's a dig for Stanford.
Go, go, go.
Flash off on the left. Kept alive by Hallie. Travis slaps it into the block of Sayer. Saved at the net. Sent over by Scott of Wisconsin. Flash off Bardero. Left back and down. 22-14. Stanford 3 points away from the win.
Yeah, we got some good defense in the backcourt, but just, I mean, not enough. Oh.
Here's Kawa. And it's an ace off Hallie Thompson in the middle back. And Stanford's 2 points away from the win. Just running away now from Wisconsin in the 4th. 3-0 run. Bardero overpass. And it's Stanford meeting Furbringer at the net, and the Cardinal, I believe, will end up with the point. They go back to serve.
The up ref is saying one thing and the down ref is saying another. So now they're challenging.
Okay. So Stanford does not get the point, but now they'll challenge. Challenging that the last touch was off of Wisconsin. So we'll see what kind of replay we get here at Petersen Event Center. But man, has Stanford just turned it on now.
Yep. So off of Charlie and out of bounds.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Charlie was the last to touch it.
Yep. Which is, I think, what everyone in the arena saw except the officials.
Yes.
Which is.
Yep. I mean, Stanford went back to serve like.
I mean, Charlie in that moment, I think she thinks it could have gone off of that. Yeah. If I'm a setter, I'm going to say that it went off of their hands if I'm in that exact same situation. So.
All right, so the call is reversed. Stanford gets that point, and now it's match point for the Cardinal at 24-14. Here's Kawa. Bardero on serve receive. Out of system, the bump set finds Travis, and the shot goes well out of bounds. And Stanford defeats Wisconsin in 4 sets, and the Badgers fall to 1-2 to start 2026. Stanford ran away with it in the 4th, by far their highest hitting percentage at .371, while Wisconsin hits under 100 at .081. And they ended on a 5-0 scoring run.
I mean, that first set, all Badgers. I think we came out really strong. And that second set, I mean, it's tough to say what would have happened if we would have won that second set. I think it was back and forth. But we had opportunities to close it out, and we didn't. So Stanford kind of from the second half of the match on just kind of ran away with it, and we let them.
If they can take care of that second set, we're still playing volleyball right now. Wisconsin had a 24-22 lead in the second before Stanford was able to come back and win it 28-26. So the Badgers are now 1-2 this season, and they've got another top 5 opponent coming up on Sunday when they host the home team Pitt Panthers here at Petersen Event Center at the opening Spike Classic. A lot to get to in the post-match show. We'll go through the final numbers for you. I believe we'll be joined by head coach Kelly Sheffield for a post-match interview too. But Wisconsin falls. Stanford wins it in 4, winning the last 3 sets against Wisconsin after the Badgers won pretty convincingly in the first set by 10. All right, post-match show comes your way next on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
In volleyball, a great performance starts with being ready for anything. The same goes for your vehicle. At Conant Automotive in Stoughton, ASE certified technicians service all makes and models, from routine maintenance to brakes, diagnostics, engine repairs, and more. Plus, qualifying repairs are backed by a 36-month, 36,000-mile warranty. So, when your vehicle needs a little help getting back in the game, trust the team that's ready to serve. Conant Automotive in Stoughton. Visit ConantAuto.com.
My dad helps keep businesses and families safe.
Hi, this is Jeffrey Beckman, owner at J&K Security Solutions. And that's exactly what we've been doing for Madison and southern Wisconsin for over 40 years. From security cameras and intrusion alarms to fire protection, access control, and intelligent video monitoring, J&K delivers customized security solutions for homes and businesses.
Because feeling safe matters.
Learn more at jksecurity.com.
J&K Security Solutions. Local, trusted, and family-owned.
If Wisconsin sports gets you fired up, you're in the right place on the Saturday Scramble.
But we can't take this for granted as Brewers fans. This team is elite. This team is definitely built to make a World Series. They are built to go far in the playoffs.
Saturday Scramble, live every Saturday 10 to noon on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Molly Brown here, and if you need room for everything life throws your way, meet the 2026 Kia Carnival at Metro Kia of Madison. Right now, well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% APR financing for up to 48 months on a new 26 Carnival using Kia Finance. That's just $21.65 per month for every $1,000 financed for 48 months with no down payment required. Offer ends August 31st and is subject to credit approval, vehicle availability, and dealer participation. See Metro Kia for complete details.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
Tough one late in Pittsburgh. 6th-ranked Wisconsin falls in 4 sets against number 5 Stanford. The Badgers now 1-2 on the young season. Stanford, this was their first match of the season. They win it, and the Cardinal now 7-1 all time against the Wisconsin Badgers, avenging the loss from the regional semifinal, also known as the Sweet 16 last year in Austin, Texas. Post-match show underway here on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. Stanford wins it in 4. The Badgers took set 1 in dominant fashion, 25-15. A very pivotal set 2 goes extra points. Wisconsin lets it slip away, and Stanford takes it 28-26. Also a hard-fought set 3. Stanford ultimately prevails 25-20, and then in the 4th and final set, Stanford cruises to the finish line 25-14. The final in set 4. 6th-ranked Wisconsin now 1-2. We'll go back to Pittsburgh with John and Jess. Kelly Sheffield scheduled to stop by as well. That's all coming up as the post-match show gets underway here on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
Wisconsin icon.
It's all about the Badgers.
The Don of the Wisconsin Badgers.
We did it better than everybody for 20-some years.
Joined by two of his football legends.
I like all of them, except for quarterback.
I like defensive ends. Hey, I really like defensive ends.
Someone didn't like kickers at one point.
The Barry Alvarez Show with Barry Alvarez, Tarek Sala, Derek Engler, and Jesse Nelson. Presented by Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Every Monday night, right here on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Remember when your favorite Pizza Hut classics came with prices like these? Good news, they're back. Introducing the Throwback Value Menu, featuring the new medium one-topping stuffed crust pizza for just $10, and other favorites starting at only $3. Plus, try the new Triple Cheese Mac or satisfy your sweet tooth with new s'more sticks. Check out the full Throwback Value Menu at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. That's pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Beats Wisconsin in 4 sets, and the Badgers are now 1-2 this season. John Audius and Jess Williams with you. Post-match show is underway. So let's talk about how this one went. It was a great start for Wisconsin. The Badgers used a 4-0 run to break a 5-5 tie, took a 9-5 lead, led by as many as 10 points. That's what they'd finished the first set at, 25-15. Wisconsin also ended the first on a 5-0 run, had another 4-0 run included with the previous 4-0 run I talked about, hit 324. Audrey Flanagan had 4 aces in that first set. And Jess, after the first, you're feeling pretty good about Wisconsin in that first set against number 5, Stanford.
Yeah, we came out just really tough behind the service line, executing our game plan. I think we passed really well. We were able to run kind of any sort of offense that we needed to. And I'd be curious to see what the step or the game-by-game breakdown is for some of our hitters. But Charlie ran a really balanced offense. Our defense was scooping everything up. We kind of Stanford was just not even a factor. We just controlled the entire first set. Second set is where things kind of fell apart for us.
And they actually were looking pretty good.
Not even bad, not even terrible. I mean, we had set point multiple times, twice. And
couldn't get it done.
And just couldn't find a way to finish that. So who knows what would have happened had we won that second one. But as the match went on, it just kind of, we got worse and Stanford ramped up. So that's exactly what you want to do. As the game is going on, you need to be in more and more control. Stanford was able to do that tonight, which is why they ended up getting the victory. Especially the last set, they're hitting almost 400. That's great. You're winning volleyball games if you're hitting almost 400.
Yeah, back to the second set. It was a 5-0 run early to make it 5-1. They had a 4-0 run when they were down a point, 17-18 to make it 21-18. 24-22 was the score for Wisconsin, and Badgers fans are thinking, okay, one more point, up 2-zip. But Stanford comes back to win it 28-26. In that next set in the third, Stanford had a big 5-0 run, tied at 14 that put them ahead 19-14. The Badgers would hit just 116 in the third, Stanford 270. And then, like you talked about at the end there, Stanford ran away, winning it by 11 points. And they hit 371 while Wisconsin hit 081 in the fourth set. Overall, the Badgers a season low 164 hitting percentage, 53 kills, too many errors, 26 of them off 165 swings. Stanford goes for 50 kills, 11 errors off 151. They hit 258. Digs looked like this: 81 from the Badgers, 71 from Stanford. Stanford was better up front at the net, 9 blocks to 5 for Wisconsin. Assists 53 total for the Badgers, 46 from Stanford. Behind the service line, checking the Steinhoffel's ace tracker relax. It's Steinhoffel's 8 aces tonight from Wisconsin with 7 errors. Stanford had 7 aces and 12 errors behind the line as the Badgers drop their second match of 2026 in 4 sets tonight against Stanford. We'll take a break, come back and look at the individual numbers next on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
Hey Madison IKEA fans, great news! IKEA is closer than ever now with 2 Madison pickup points at the University Bookstore on State Street and the Beltline. Order your favorite IKEA products online and pick them up as soon as the next day, absolutely free for IKEA family members. That's right, no shipping fees or waiting for deliveries, just the IKEA style you love, ready when you are. Start shopping smarter today at IKEA.us or on the IKEA app and choose the University Bookstore, State Street, or Beltline pickup points. Don't forget to sign up for IKEA Family. It's free to join and gives you access to great deals, rewards, and free Madison pickup.
Are you buying back into Luke Fickell?
I have a renewed, humongous faith.
Over the last 9 months, there's been a hell of a lot of changes.
There's a different vibe of leadership.
He's speaking to me. He's roping me in.
Or is it too late for the Badgers head coach?
You've done this how many years in a row, and I'm not going to believe it until I see it.
I hope Luke Fickell turns it around. But let's be honest, Luke Fickell's probably going to have to win 8 games to keep his job.
Tune in all season long right here on the ESPN Wisconsin app and ESPN Madison on YouTube, the home for Wisconsin Badgers fans.
Hey, it's John Hayes, owner of Goodman's Jewelers. Come in and discover the high standards, classic traditions, honesty, integrity, and elegance when you walk through our doors. For over 90 years, customers have returned again and again to our warm boutique setting. Trust me, because I've been there for over 40 of them. Whether it's time to come back or your first time in, stop by Goodman's Jewelers at 220 State Street today. Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
At Hooper Service, your comfort is important. From keeping you cozy warm to comfy cool with the ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System. Plus, join our Home Comfort Priority Plan and keep your air conditioner and furnace running at peak performance year after year. Enjoy priority service and extra savings that really add up. Hooper is here with 24-hour heating, cooling, plumbing, and fire protection service for your home and business. Turn to the experts, Carrier and Hooper.
You're listening to Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball, presented by Steinhoffels, across ESPN Madison and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brought to you by Hooper Corporation.
Post-match show continues. Badgers fall to 5th-ranked Stanford in 4 sets. Take a look at the individual numbers. A lot to get to. First for Stanford, one player in double figures, Jordan Harvey. 16 kills and a .484 hitting percentage with 3 aces and 3 blocks. Then it was Lizzie Andrew. The middles for Stanford were really tough tonight. Andrew, 9 kills, hits .364 with an error, has 5 blocks. Ipar Kurt really turned it on after a slow start, finishes with 9 kills. 6 errors, hits .061. 8 kills, no errors for the other middle, Sayer. Hits .444 with 4 blocks. Blashoff had 6 kills and 25 digs to lead all players tonight. Etzler, the libero, had 14 digs, 5 assists, and 2 aces. Logan Parks, the setter, 38 assists and 13 digs with 4 blocks. And it was, after that, 2 digs from Kirsch. Kawa had 2 digs, 4 digs for Roslin. Wisconsin had 3 players in double figures. New career high, 17 kills for Audrey Flanagan, who hits .200. Then it was Flanagan with 12 digs, a double-double. She also had a career high in aces with 5. 13 kills, too many errors, though, for Ava Travis. 10 hitting errors, hits .071. Grace Egan had 11 kills and 18 digs. The 18 digs, a career high. The double-double, her first of her career, also 2 aces. Natalie Wardlow had a career high, 8 kills, hits .500 with 2 digs and 2 blocks. Linny Tarno, 3 kills, 2 errors, hits .059 with 3 blocks. A double-double for Charlie Furbringer, first of the season, 49 assists, 11 digs, and a kill. Anna Bardero had a team-high 19 digs, a new career high for her, also an assist. Isabel Hoppy had 3 digs. Simon had 10 digs, an ace, and 2 assists. Madison Quest had a dig. Grace Lopez had a dig. 3 digs from Hallie Thompson with 1 attack attempt. Kimora Scott had an attempt as well without a kill. And those are your individual numbers for the Badgers. Wisconsin falls in 4 to Stanford. We'll see if we can hear from Gary White here in the post-match show. Also going to try to get you Kelly Sheffield's post-match press conference. I believe he just went into the room behind me to go do that. So, yeah, I think we'll get you Kelly's post-match press conference a little bit later on in the post-match show. Let's take one more break, and we'll wrap things up here from Petersen Event Center in Pittsburgh next on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
As a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, Steinhoffels knows a good season starts with a great night's sleep. That's why Steinhoffels has all the best mattress brands and an exclusive Discover Your Sleep system that takes the guesswork out of finding the perfect fit for you. And with free delivery, plus Steinhoffels' 120-night sleep guarantee, you can rest easy knowing you made the right call. Sleep better all season long. Steinhoffels, born and bred in Wisconsin, just like the Badgers.
It takes a team to meet just about any goal, and that's as true on the football field as it is in the office. So it's good to know that you have the Gordon Flesh Company on your side. For more than 60 years, GFC has provided cutting-edge office technology for companies of all sizes, and as the nation's largest Canon dealer, GFC delivers the latest office technology, serviced, and is supported by the most experienced professionals in the industry. That's business technology managed. Visit gflesh.com to learn more.
Wisconsin sports without a filter.
Why not a prove-it year? What is there to lose in a prove-it year for Lucas Van Ness?
Kyle and Brust.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills right now. And this comes off of the heels, Kyle, of restructuring Aaron Banks, right? Like another guy that was hurt and didn't perform.
Kyle and Brust. Weekdays 2 to 4 on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Molly Brown here, and if you need room for everything life throws your way, meet the 2026 Kia Carnival at Metro Kia of Madison. Right now, well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% APR financing for up to 48 months on a new 26 Carnival using Kia Finance. That's just $21.65 per month for every $1,000 financed for 48 months with no down payment required. Offer ends August 31st and is subject to credit approval, vehicle availability, and dealer participation. See Metro Kia for complete details.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
Post-match show continues here from Pittsburgh. John Audius, Jess Williams, now joined by Wisconsin's Gary White, director of player personnel and analytics at Wisconsin, to talk about this one. You know, one of the things we were talking about toward the end of the broadcast is that Stanford just, I think, got better as the match went on. Team looked really good in the first set, had an opportunity in the second, and then Stanford just got better and better and better, leading to a 371 hitting percentage in the fourth. How did you see it?
I thought their attackers took some pretty courageous swings out of system. I thought we were doing a good job of kind of getting them on the run or getting them to predictable sets. But it's one of the things we kind of knew about this team is they're one of the best teams in the country at attacking the high hands and kind of working your block. And when you're not strong and you're not stable and your backcourt's kind of in positions where you're trying to chase things, they make really good swings. And I thought their pins from both sides did a really good job. I mean, when you look at Harvey's hitting percentage and Andrews and Saylor, they just were really efficient. It was really tough to kind of get them to get into an air mode. And I thought as the match wore on, I think their defense was starting to find some success of kind of where our attackers were attacking. I think their middle backs played a really, really fantastic match. I thought Blyashoff did a really good job in middle back for them. I know their lefts didn't have a great hitting percentage, but they still put a lot of pressure on you with how they recycle the ball when the ball is tight, how they take really good swings. They don't let you get a lot of ton of stuff blocks on them, even when you know where the ball's going. I mean, we ended with how many blocks?
5. 5.
I mean, with a team where there was a lot of situations where we knew that ball was going high outside, they just did a really good job of attacking edges really well.
You know, you mentioned Harvey and the middles. I did the math real quick. 33 kills, I think I finished with. 33 to 50 for those 3 players with 2 hitting errors, and that's tough to overcome.
Yeah, it's tough to overcome. It puts a lot of pressure on you because to get the ball to your middle or your right side, you've got to be in good situation, so it stretches your block a little bit more. And I thought Harvey, by the end of the match, was just really dynamic, really getting her feet to the ball really well, attacking the ball high, attacking edges. They were doing a pretty good job of blocking us when we weren't getting our feet to the ball. It's an experienced group for them and the team that's going to get better as long as we are throughout the season.
Final question for you, Gary. What do you think you take away from positives from this match?
I think in the long run we can be a really good serving team, and I thought for the most part we were putting some good pressure on them, working some different depths and different players. I think they were trying to figure out their service patterns kind of early on. trying to find some good rhythm. I thought our jump top spinners were good. We just weren't scoring a lot of points, and that's one of the things is as a serving team, it's not just getting teams out of system. It's then can you convert in those situations when you get something easy, a roll shot, a tip, or a ball off the block that's easy to play. Can you be really, really good and put that ball right in the pocket so you stretch out their defense or be able to give Charlie some opportunities to attack? I thought that was one of the things we didn't really do well is when we got soft stuff, we weren't putting Charlie in a position to be able to manipulate the block or manipulate her set or attack. That's probably why her hitting percentage ended where it was. It's just we weren't giving her the opportunities that allows her to kind of do the things that she's really good at.
1 kill off 8 attempts with 2 errors for Charlie. Gary, thanks for the time.
Thank you, guys.
All right, that's Wisconsin's Gary White, Director of Player Personnel and Analytics at Wisconsin. Well, that's it for us from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, as the Badgers fall in 4 sets to Stanford here tonight. Jesse Nelson has the rest of the post-match show coming up with a bunch more analysis, stats, and we'll hear from head coach Kelly Sheffield with his post-match press conference with Wisconsin's Charlie Furbringer coming up a little later on in the post-match show. Keep it here on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
Wisconsin sports through 2 very different lenses.
If you fully believe that Jordan Love can control this offense and make good decisions, why wouldn't you just let him rip it in that game?
And whatever Matt LaFleur thinks the offense should be, that's what it should be. Let LaFleur cook. And I think LaFleur is getting in his own way, trying to figure out ways to finish games when he should just lean into what he's good at.
Molly and Jim, presented by Coors Light. Weekdays 4 to 6 on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
Dealing with storm damage? That's never fun. That's why homeowners are turning to Everlight Solar for roofing and exterior repairs done right. They handle the entire process, from insurance claims to fixing your roof with one trusted team. Less stress, faster solutions, and a home that stays protected from the elements. If your roof took a hit, Everlight's got you covered. Visit everlightroofing.com to get started today. That's everlightroofing.com. Everlight, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
In volleyball, a great performance starts with being ready for anything. The same goes for your vehicle. At Conant Automotive in Stoughton, ASE certified technicians service all makes and models, from routine maintenance to brakes, diagnostics, engine repairs, and more. Plus, qualifying repairs are backed by a 36-month, 36,000-mile warranty. So, when your vehicle needs a little help getting back in the game, trust the team that's ready to serve. Conant Automotive in Stoughton. Visit ConantAuto.com.
You're listening to Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball, presented by Steinhoffels, across ESPN Madison and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brought to you by Love Madison.
Show continues on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. I'm Jesse Nelson in the Everlight Solar Studio at ESPN Madison. 6th-ranked Wisconsin falls to 1-2 on the season after a loss to 5th-ranked Stanford in the opening Spike Classic in Pittsburgh. 6th-ranked Wisconsin will face number 4 Pittsburgh next on Sunday morning, 11 a.m. First Serve. Pre-match show starts at 10:30 here on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. 25-15 in set 1. Wisconsin took the first set. Looked like things were going to go really well for the Badgers here tonight into set 2, but then Stanford came back, won it in extra points, 28-26. Stanford takes set 3, also a very competitive one, 25-20. And then the 4th and final set, Stanford just ran away with it, 25-14. You can kind of tell Wisconsin had run out of gas there. There were 2 critical turning points in tonight's match, I thought, watching it here, listening to John and Jess on the call in Pittsburgh. The first was in set 2. This is probably the most critical. Wisconsin was facing set point. They could have gone up 2-0. Stanford would have had to win 3 in a row to ultimately prevail in the match.
Wisconsin up 24-22. Stanford gets a kill, and then Charlie Furbringer had a little mistake trying to set it up for one of her teammates. That ended up tying it at 24, sent it to extra points. And, of course, Stanford went on to win it in extra points. They are tied at 24, 25, and 26. Wisconsin had more chances after that to win that second set. Ultimately, Stanford gets it 28-26. But if they would have put Stanford away right away, without that mistake that Charlie Furbringer made, he would have had a chance to go up 2-0. Could have had a good chance to win this match in Pittsburgh here tonight. The other one was in set 3, because even though Stanford won set 2, they had the momentum, but it was a really competitive third set. Nobody was really pulling away. It was 15-14 at the media timeout. That is where I put a little star in my notes here as I was watching the match. I said, this is where there could be a potential turning point, and sure enough, another Charlie Furbringer error, a Stanford kill. Kelly Sheffield calls timeout with Wisconsin down 17-14. Ultimately, after that timeout, Stanford got a couple more points. It's a 5-0 run for the Cardinal. They go up 19-14. They lead by 5. They win that set by 5. That pivotal moment in the mid stages of set 3, coupled with Wisconsin unable to finish it at the end of set 2. Those are the two distinct points in this one where it got away from the Badgers, ultimately why they lose in 4 sets. Also, you look at the hitting percentage. A pretty easy formula here. As the match went on, Wisconsin got worse, Stanford got better. 324 in set 1 for the Badgers, 146 in set 2, 116 in set 3, and 081 in the fourth and final set. Meanwhile, Stanford hit just 182 in set 1. Then they got progressively better. 217 in set 2, 270 in set 3, and 371 in set 4. You want to get better as the match goes on. It's pretty obvious, but Wisconsin unable to get that done here tonight. 26 errors on the attack for the Badgers to just 11 for Stanford. That was the formula for why Kentucky put the Badgers away in the opener last Friday night, and that is the formula for how Stanford got it done against Wisconsin here this evening. When we come back, there were some bright spots tonight. We'll get to our top plays of the night and also tell you what's to come on Sunday for Wisconsin and Pittsburgh in another Top 10 showdown. That's all straight ahead on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
The best takes come off the bench on Second String Opinions.
I think LaFleur has made that pretty clear. This is the year where the Packers offense becomes Jordan Love's offense. And while some of us may view that as overdue, hand up, that's me, this is the right time to do it.
Second String Opinions with Alex Strofe, presented by Door County Distillery. Streaming live every Wednesday at 12:30 on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Also available in the ESPN Wisconsin app and wherever you get your podcasts.
No two homes are exactly alike. So why would every window and door solution be the same? At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, premium quality doesn't come in just one price point. Whether you're replacing a few windows, remodeling a historic fixer-upper, or building from the ground up, Pella offers gorgeous, high-quality, and customizable solutions for every unique situation. You'll never have to settle for something that isn't right for your home, thanks to custom designers ready to help at every step. It doesn't matter which windows you choose, you'll receive the same Pella craftsmanship, attention to detail, and commitment to quality. And that always includes the same honest advice, straightforward pricing, Pella-certified installers, and one trusted team standing behind the work. Quality doesn't have to mean one size fits all. It means finding the right solution for your home. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
We won't tell you every season is perfect. If you like baseball, you know better. At Starry & Bank, we know things don't always go as planned. That's why our decisions are made locally. Because business isn't just about the big moments. It's about showing up every day. Starry & Bank, built for the long game. Built for Milwaukee baseball fans. Visit starryandbank.com to get started.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
Late night for the Wisconsin Badgers. Not as late as the one Minnesota's having in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. They're playing in the third set. the 14th-ranked Gophers and 12th-ranked Arizona State. Gophers down 2-0. Only in set 3, they are leading the third set late in it, so they may keep playing. They might go to midnight Central Time here tonight, Minnesota and Stanford. That one's nationally televised on Fox. Jesse Nelson with you. Post-match show continues here on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. Stanford wins it in 4 sets tonight. 6th-ranked Wisconsin falls to 1-2 here early in the season, even though there were some blemishes for the Badgers tonight, including 26 errors on the attack. That's really the big difference in this one tonight. Stanford with just 11. There were some great moments for the Badgers, and let's get to those. It's our top plays of the night.
Number 3.
Let's go to set 1. Grace Egan led the team in aces last year, and it was Grace with a second ace of the night. This is play number 3.
Here's Egan. Good for an ace. Second ace of the match for Egan as that fastball goes right off the platform of Blashoff, and it forces a Stanford timeout.
You can always tell something good happened when you get Jess Williams going, oh, and she's got those kinds of noises going on. That something really good happened for the Wisconsin Badgers. Grace Egan now up to 7 aces on the season. She had 2 tonight, both in the first set. She is now tied for the team lead this season with Audrey Flanagan, who made a surge on the Steinhafels ace tracker tonight. That's where we find play number 2.
Number 2.
This was Audrey Flanagan a little bit later in set number 1. In fact, this is the play that closed it out.
Right-handed Etzler, pass off to the left. It's going to fall. Another ace for Audrey. Her 4th ace of the first set, and the Badgers win the opening set over Stanford by 10.
Audrey Flanagan ends up with 5 aces from behind the service line tonight. 8 in total for Wisconsin this evening. 2 for Grace Egan, 1 for Kristen Simon as well. That's a check of your Steinhafels ace tracker tonight. Relax. It's Steinhafels. Wisconsin won that first set. John Audius promised Kelly Sheffield he would get a reference in one of his calls tonight, and he did so for our top play of the night.
Number 1.
Right side attack by Stanford, grab by the Badgers. Flanagan flies in, send it in, Audrey, send it in, Jerome. It's 20-18, Wisconsin on top of Stanford. Timeout, Kevin Hambley and the Cardinal.
By request of the head coach, and homage to Bill Raftery, who made that call at the University of Pittsburgh multiple decades ago when the backboard broke in Pittsburgh. And at that point, we thought Wisconsin was going to go up 2-0. They took a 20-18 lead with that big blast by freshman Audrey Flanagan, who again led the team in kills tonight. But unfortunately, Wisconsin just did not have enough to close it out in set number 2. Ultimately, Stanford takes that second set and wins the match in 4. Those are check your top plays of the night. We'll preview what's to come here on Sunday afternoon as the opening Spike Classic continues in Pittsburgh. We'll get a check of that next on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
We know the sound of a packed house, that feeling before the first serve, the roar after the first point. And we love what happens when Madison gets behind their teams. Hey, it's Mimi Collier, former Wisconsin Badger and newest addition to Love Madison, Wisconsin's professional volleyball team. Now is your chance to guarantee the best seats for every home game. Place a single $100 deposit to secure your 2027 membership and never miss a moment. Come be a part of Love Madison this season. Check out lovbmad.com to learn more.
Hi, I'm John Hayes of Goodman's Jewelers. It's hard to imagine, but Goodman's has been the diamond store of Madison since 1933, which means your parents, maybe even your grandparents might have shopped with us. We maintain the same high standards, honesty, and integrity that kept them coming back time and again. Keep their history and our history alive. Shop Goodman's Jewelers today in the heart of Madison at 220 State Street. We're online at goodmansjewelers.com.
The best is at Goodman's.
Are you starting college, moving to a new apartment, or just looking to create a new vibe in your college living? Make IKEA your first stop for everything you need to create a college space that's all you. Whether you're looking to add color with cozy bedding, organize your dorm with smart storage solutions, or find that perfect sleeper sofa for those weekend visits, IKEA has your college life covered. And verified college students get 15% off when they sign up for IKEA Family. It's free and packed with rewards. So go grab your roommate and head to IKEA Oak Creek or shop online at IKEA.us or the IKEA app.
Remember when your favorite Pizza Hut classics came with prices like these? Good news, they're back. Introducing the Throwback Value Menu, featuring the new medium one-topping stuffed crust pizza for just $10, and other favorites starting at only $3. Plus, try the new Triple Cheese Mac, or satisfy your sweet tooth with new s'more sticks. Check out the full Throwback Value Menu at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. That's pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
You're listening to Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball, presented by Steinhoffels, across ESPN Madison and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brought to you by the Gordon Flesh Company.
Sixth-ranked Wisconsin falls to 1-2 on the season in 4 sets tonight. Stanford gets it done. The 5th-ranked Cardinal win their first match of the season at the opening Spike Classic in Pittsburgh. Wisconsin continues in Pittsburgh in this showcase on Sunday, 11 a.m. Central Time. First Serve, nationally televised on ESPN, and of course you can listen to it right here on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. First meeting for Wisconsin and Pittsburgh since the NCAA Tournament in 2022, when the Pitt Panthers came to the Fieldhouse and shocked the Badgers, winning in 5 sets against, at the time, Wisconsin was the defending national champions. Pittsburgh took down the Badgers and advanced to the Final Four. They've made the Final Four every year since doing that against the Badgers back in 2022. The 11th all-time meeting between Wisconsin and Pittsburgh coming up on Sunday morning. Pre-match show starts at 10:30, and Wisconsin volleyball fans, come join me to watch Sunday's match against Pittsburgh and support a great cause. Join me at Wisconsin Brewing Company in Verona on Sunday for the 8th annual Paul Palooza event, supporting Paul's Party. It's a local nonprofit that helps provide adaptive sports equipment for kids. Paul Palooza is a day full of fun and games, live music, food and drinks on the beautiful outdoor patio, and now Wisconsin volleyball. I'll be on site at Wisconsin Brewing Company before, during, and after the match with complete analysis as number 6 Wisconsin takes on number 4 Pittsburgh in one of the biggest matches of the non-conference season. Paul Palooza runs Sunday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Wisconsin Brewing Company in Verona. Learn more about what Paul's Party is all about and help support the cause, just like we did at our ESPN Madison Open earlier this month at paulsparty.org. Before we sign off for the night, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. 10 for a legal ID here on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
This is Wisconsin linebacker Mason Posa.
Mason Posa shuts the door!
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison.
Once again, in 4 sets tonight, the Wisconsin Badgers fall to 5th-ranked Stanford. 6th-ranked Wisconsin now 1-2 on the season. 25-15, the Badgers took care of business in set 1. Couldn't quite get it done with set point opportunities in set number 2. Stanford wins it in extra points 28-26, and the Cardinal go on to win set 3 25-20 and set 4 25-14. We'll see you back here on Sunday morning, 10:30 pregame. First Serve right around 11 a.m. Looking forward to it as the gauntlet of this non-conference schedule continues on Sunday. Thanks for coming along with us tonight. For John Audius and Jess Williams, audio producer Ryan Wollersheim here in the Everlight Solar Studio at ESPN Madison, and everyone on our Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network team. My name is Jesse Nelson. This has been Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.